for Jim.
Oh my God,
Jim's
Jim!
looking pretty good. It's gonna be a triple kill. Jim comes on fire. Jim comes on fire.
Had the right angle, but couldn't land the shot. The dart comes to 2-piece. Oh my God!
Cada equipo ahí contento con los dos trató de darle ese respetazo ahí, consigue eliminar a Tuliza y rápido se voltea y
Destaque na marotagem, belo ângulo dele. For him, he's gonna be able to take out. Oh my God! Oh no! He was down to 1 second on the clock. Já pegou bala na cara do Master. O Almairinho vai tentando fazer o primeiro. Vai tentar o tiro porrada e bomba! Vem! Clutch muito difícil de vencer, mas... Square on the body that you hit. He no-scoped Raballo right there. He no-scoped.
termina eliminando a Jack, igual queda solamente vivo por parte de repente, consigue la primera baja de se da cuenta que no se
Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Mobile Mayhem. It's week 3, day 1, and we definitely have some exciting matchups for you guys here tonight. As you guys might be able to tell, I'm not joined by our usual Tuesday co-host, or I guess main host on Tuesday, Bobby, as well as Verdict was busy tonight, but Hitman has so gracefully subbed in for you guys. Obviously, a really big talent and well-known personality in the COD mobile scene. So thank you so much, Hitman, for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Always a fun time to cast. Keep in mind that I haven't casted MP in a while, but I'm always excited to watch it. Always excited to cast whenever I can, especially with you, Day. So it's gonna be a fun time. We got some great matchups today. Our first game is Tribe versus Primal, so
yeah,
that should
definitely
be interesting.
Definitely should be a good one, because Primal is one of those teams. I know you mentioned you haven't obviously paid a lot of attention to multiplayer recently. Obviously, you're the normal go-to Battle Royale guy, especially here at Mobile Mayhem. So Primal is Meralto's team, and obviously in the past they have struggled with getting a consistent roster together. But I got to tell you, they're actually looking pretty solid this season. FaZe and Beef Shorty, incredible players. So I have high hopes for this team. I don't know if they're quite ready to take on Tribe, but here we are. Today's the day to find out. We do have our best of 3 map picks and the bans for you guys, so we're going to go ahead and hop on over to that. We're waiting on players to get readied up. If you want to run through those, Hitman. If not, I can.
I got you. All right, so for our first game, we have Crossfire for Hardpoint. With Tribe having the red side. Speaking of bans, we have Primal banning Takeoff, Tribe banning firing range, kinetics being banned, as well as Annihilator. Looks like we are in the game though, so potentially speaking, might want to take a look at that. But beside that, any shotgunners? You know, I love my shotgunners. So is there any shotgunners I want to keep an eye out on potentially? But maybe not on this map, as expected.
Yeah, not particularly between these two teams. There are definitely some that we'll see a bit later. It does look like lagging a little bit here at the start, but we'll see. FaZe already opened up with 1 kill, but Marshy is here for a big refrag and gets himself set up on the point. I don't think there's any like specific like look out for this person with the shotgun, because it's gonna largely be 95% of the players look out for this guy with the shorty. So
yeah, I agree. I mean, there wasn't a nerf to shorty this patch. There was no nerf to Hoger, no nerf to the MX9. So fully expect the meta to be pretty much the same. You have the Hoger and most likely the MX9 being used. The KN did get buffed. I tried it out a bit. Who knows if that's going to be meta. It seemed pretty good. But that being said, Tribe with a early 30-point lead. Not looking too great for Primal right now.
Yeah, this is a bit what we expect. Again, Primal is a roster that in previous seasons has struggled quite a bit with getting a roster that actually shows up on the day of. They finally have a team that does, but it is still a very new roster for them. The addition of Waze, FaZe, and a Beef Shorty, I mean, that's 60% of a team that has changed. So definitely quite a bit of difficulties that they're going to face in that sense. But Beef Shorty comes through. As I mentioned, the Shorty still going to be a very, very strong weapon in the meta. And we do have a couple kills getting picked up, but Bolu doing great locking down the top of this P2 right now. And really starting to extend their lead quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, we can see Waze and FaZe both having 6 and 4 kills respectively, but you can see Parrish with 9 kills to his name, make it 10, doing some work for this team, and as they push towards a 70-point lead, it's going to be tough for them to come back from this, especially when they're going to have to rotate. The rotations are going to be made slowly and surely right now, but it's going to be tough. Moralto's sniping on this map is huge, but he's only got 2 kills, and it's really hard on hardpoint to snipe. So even now, Tribe's got the other rotation, so it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, and Primal, they were trying to make that rotation early, but Marshy finds himself a 5 streak, make it a 6 as he picks off Beef Shorty once again, trying to make that rotation. Just not a whole lot that they can do about it. Tribe have been in absolute dominating map control this entire game, but Moralto with the sniper is going to pick up 1 there onto Marshy, going to end that streak, largely preventing him from getting the Pred and cluster strike that he was coming up on. But Marshy answers back quickly with another 3-piece in the feed, and maybe a little bit of a spoiler for you guys. We do have an interview with Marshy a bit later as well. My goodness, what a madman.
That is ridiculous. I mean, with the Annihilator being banned as well as the kinetic, I mean, it makes sense for the Sparrow to be used. The Sparrow is just such a fantastic, and literally everybody bring out the operators. However, ban is going to take out, how do you say his name? FX Fusi? FaZe. Okay, FaZe, there we go. So, I mean, they are going to be on the point. They can't win it off of this, but rotations are going to be already coming out. So we actually have the point currently for Tribe, the next one, as Envy's already on the next point with his own Sparrow, and looking like we might get a GG, but FaZe picking up the point, so that's gonna help out.
Yeah, like I said, FaZe has been a big part of this Primal roster, but Parrish, man, rocking the UL 736, coming through, 19 kills on the board for himself. Kind of a nutty performance here. And Tribe now just sitting 1 point away from victory. I don't see a lot of potential. We do have Waze in a Goliath on the point, but, you know, just looking at the scoreboard, 5 for Mangoes, 9 for Moralto. FaZe up at 12, but Beef Shorty and Waze at 6. Versus you look over at Tribe, and Band and Parrish are both sitting up at 20. Marshy's at 19. You do have Envy, who's struggling a bit behind at 7, and Bolu at 10. But, I mean, my goodness, that's mostly because the kills are just flat out getting soaked up by Parrish, Band, and Marshy.
Yeah. I mean, crazy, because Parrish using the UL. UL did get buff, right? It gets a recoil change, so maybe that was enough to change it. But I don't know. I mean, the Hoger is just supreme right now, so it's good to see that the UL's being used, but also tough matchup for Primal, with Tribe coming in on top. Final score being 152. I didn't see the final score. Couldn't see what the final score was, unfortunately. But good try. But, I mean, as expected, Tribe being one of the best team in NA, it's going to be tough for Moralto's a new team, I believe, right? Or has it been like a couple seasons that they've been? I know I've seen Martel play.
Moralto and Mangoes have been on a team for, I think, 2 full seasons now, this being number 3. But again, FaZe, Waze, and Beef Shorty are all 3 new additions to this lineup. So that's 60% of a starting lineup that was massively overhauled. Whereas you look at Tribe, obviously they were already a number 1 / at least top 3 for North America. I mean, they're one of the teams that has that world spot. So they've put that heavy work in, and it definitely shows here. And again, I have a lot of high hopes for Primal, but it's going to take obviously quite a bit of them building onto that teamwork aspect that they are at a pretty sizable disadvantage at.
Well, Mango and Moralto have played COD Mobile for a while. They've been part of the for a while, so we can never question how they're going to play. It's always the new players. And from watching this game today, seeing Waze and FaZe, those guys look, and Beef Shorty, right? Beef Shorty, those guys look really, really good. So it's a good future for them, potentially for next year's World Championship. As they keep practicing together, that's going to be good. And that being said, we are going to be playing our second map, which is going to be SND on Raid, with Primal taking the red side. I love watching SND on Raid, although I'm personally not a fan of playing SND. Watching SND is always a fun time, seeing these great players. When would be the interview? After the second game?
After the second game, yep. But I do got to throw out a point here, and you guys will hear that a bit in the interview later on, is Tribe is a team that for seasons has struggled with their search and destroy play. This season, it is looking like a totally different team in Search and Destroy. I don't know how to explain it, but, I mean, they have massively stepped their game up. They're definitely starting to look like one of those big competitors for one of the teams to be in Search and Destroy, right up there with the likes of 11T, Zygnus, Mayhem, and even Status Quo. So, definitely have a lot of high hopes for Tribe here. Again, it's one of those modes where they struggled in for a long time, and going into Worlds, you're not going to be able to just give up Search and Destroy games here and there and be able to carry through, because specifically China, they are nuts in Search and Destroy. I mean, they do have to obviously adapt to global rule set, but you can definitely see the communication and the teamwork that comes out of some of those foreign teams to us. So, glad to see Tribe step into that.
These Chinese teams, they practice SND like nobody's business. So I feel like the skill gap between them, you must close it as much as you can to make it competitive, because obviously these players can still play well in Respawn. And you can't just give away the Respawn. I know it's multi-respawns, but you still got to get those SNDs. And it's good to see Tribe performing well. That being said, it's going to be the first time me watching them play SND from you said from the improvements. So let's go ahead and take a look at that as we are in the game right now.
Yeah, Band pushing on up, looking down at Red Room with an M13 in hand. Another gun that we don't see very often, but we'll have to see if he's able to bring through with a good performance here. Obviously, a lot of defense set up around rings, and not a whole lot of aggression coming out of the side of Primal right now. Probably specifically looking for Moralto to get a first blood. Another big sniper for the team has been Beef Shorty, who's actually not sniping right now, but Polu has been, and my goodness, what a shot coming out of him. He's looking for FaZe as well.
He's gonna, ooh, nice shot by Bolu on FaZe. M13 was one of the guns that got, I guess, buffed. Technically, more like a rework than a buff, increasing the bullet speed. So it's not surprising to see people try out these guns, maybe potentially see it in Worlds eventually, but it is a 2v3 situation for Primal. The last person remaining right now is going to be Waze, but he's using the AMAX, actually. AMAX being used by Waze, and I believe he might be using the M67 round. That was one of the guns that got nerfed, or the bullet that got nerfed. So let me double check if we can actually check out his loadout.
It could also potentially be a lot of times players, right after a fresh update, will stick to what's just comfortable to use. So that could be a little bit of an aspect here. We'll have to see as the game continues to develop. But, ooh, Band coming through with one. Marshy finds another. We do have a refrag by Mangoes and Waze, so that is going to bring things back to a 3-3.
Yeah, The thing is, like, yes, it's nerfed on paper, but again, players, you know, if they're used to a gun, makes sense. The nerf is mostly to the hand multipliers. And Parrish does pick him up 2v3 situation, as they are kind of split. We'll see if they group back up. They do group back up. And we'll see potentially if they can clutch this out.
Yeah, they're definitely looking to do so. I think if they stood a chance at all, this would be where Primal had a chance to pick up a win over Tribe, would be in the search and destroy. And so far, they have not largely been able to show up, but this round looking pretty decent and doable for them. However, they do have a bomb down under the nose of Tribe, and they know it. Going to switch on over. Envy picks up one. Was looking for Beef Shorty as well. He definitely had the sights, so that's going to be a big call out for his team. As you can see, Beef Shorty has kind of drifted backwards off a little bit here. MX9 in hand, obviously still a very, very strong weapon in the meta. I know you and I were talking a bit before the broadcast went live. Still going to see a lot of Holgers, especially for Respawn. Going to see a lot of MX9 across the board, and going to see a lot of Shorty. None of those really suffered a devastating nerf to any degree. So meta largely probably going to remain the same, but I definitely think there's a couple extra guns that you can pull here and make use out of.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw Parrish use the UL, still using the UL this game, and he's got 3 kills. It is an LMG, so the sprint to fire is going to be kind of a struggle a little bit, and the problem with the UL as well is you have to put a magazine, but if the recoil becomes very manageable with the wall bang and the damage as well as the rate of fire, it could be one of those better guns to use. So it's a good time to test it out, you know? So Beef Shorty does pick up a kill on Ban, making it a 4v5 situation for Tribe. But Tribe is up to 0, so still not unmanageable, but definitely going to be a tough fight here.
Yeah,
Beef Shorty with second kill.
Yeah, push-ups in the laundry. Gets a pick onto Bolu, who's been a big factor for their success in Search and Destroy as of late. Marshy left in a 1 versus 5, finds 2, but doesn't pick up the kill on Maralto, and that's at least 1 round bounce back for the side of Primal now. It's not enough to tie the game up, but it at least cushions the blow here. And if they get over to defense and are able to not be down 4-1, they have a real opportunity where they could still pick this one up, because Raid is a very defense-heavy map for Search and Destroy.
Indeed, it is. And especially when you have a sniper like Maralto, you definitely want to have that defensive side. And we do have pretty much balanced kill-wise, you know, on this side of Tribe. I mean, Ban's only got 1 kill, but still pretty balanced on the other side.
Maralto?
Maralto with the beautiful play there. But yeah, Mangoes can get taken down there by Parrish with the UL. Taking shots out of scale. Double kill by Parrish. Picking up 3v4 situation for Primal. Let's see if they can maybe clutch this up as well. We are taking a look here. Looking like the bomb is going to be on Maralto. Maralto kind of trying to pay for another pick by this pool side. They do know one person is by the bomb. So maybe potentially just wait it out. Try to catch one of them making the mistake. But Marshy's the one holding that head glitch. And Marshy does not make mistakes.
Well, he definitely makes mistakes, but they're usually pretty far and few. So we'll have to see. As you can see, he played the angle great there. Picks up Maralto. I think he might have just got the spot on bomb down, but it doesn't matter. Bolu and Parrish are here to pick up those remaining kills. And like I said, Primal really need to not be down 4-1 going into the second half. So they need to pick up this round here. Otherwise, it can start to look pretty rough for them very, very quickly.
Yeah, and FaZe with 0 kills right now. It's going to need a little more, more from FaZe if they want to try to come back from that. But again, they are going against Tribe. Tribe, one of the best teams in the league, so it's going to be hard. But Maralto potentially pick up a snipe here on Ban, but he's going to have to run away with the shorty. Dang. Ban picks up the kill on FaZe. Shots coming in, Mangoes and kill.
Looking for Beef Shorty as well. Gets the switch into the shorty, picks that one up. Almost gets beamed there by Maralto. I can't believe he made it out. Or not Maralto, I believe that was Mangoes, sorry. But it is a 4 versus 3, so this is a big opportunity where Tribe could take the advantage. Again, going into the defensive side, Primal have a pretty big opportunity to pick up a couple rounds, but they're not going up against a pushover team, so will be something to make note of. Parrish picks up an extra kill there. That's going to be huge. Gets the smoke out as well. It's going to cover his cover his position, and now it's just Maralto and Parrish. He's got sights and bombs down, so he knows exactly where he needs to be sitting for this play.
Yeah, Maralto in a 1v4 situation. Here's everybody towards him. They know exactly where he's at. Maybe hits a quick scope here. Does not have the chance to potentially clutch it out, especially if you have a shorty. One person, two person, maybe. But when a third person comes, you got no shot. It was a good push by Tribe.
Maybe you get lucky and you find the 3-piece collateral, but just wasn't the day for that kind of luck. And now Primal sitting down in a really dangerous position. Like I said, they needed that little extra cushion going into the second half to have a realistic chance going into Tribe here, but Band picking up one on the Beef Shorty already, and now you can see they're making use of this pick, pushing on up, getting the bomb planted, and that's going to put them in a pretty rough position. Oh, Band didn't see Maralto!
Ooh. Bolu with the kill on the refrag on Mango, though, but Maralto trying to get another pick off here as Marshy's going to be right in front of him! Oh, unlucky. And there we go.
Yeah, FaZe now left in a rough situation, just couldn't handle all of the Tribe members collapsing on him, and this is one of the things where Tribe has really stepped up their play, their coordination. It's one of the things I've hit on the most for teams in Search and Destroy is when you're in these 4v2s or 3v1s or 2v1s even, that one-for-one trade is always gonna be better for you, and they capitalize on it there. They go ahead and go for the push. There was a risk that FaZe maybe picks up one with the positioning he was in, but he's certainly not going to pick up both. And it is a first blood, actually make it 2 for the side of Primal. I think Marshy almost ate a bullet to the head, but is going to make it away from Maralto there. 5 rounds right now in favor of Tribe, so they have a great position to come through, and Maralto was looking for the wallbang, couldn't quite get the bullet to connect.
I just realized that Bolu's playing. Didn't Bolu break his arm like
months ago?
But like, wasn't it like still a few? Oh, okay, Maralto picks up the kill on Bolu. Oh yeah, okay, it might have been a month ago. I guess the healing progress. Yeah, I thought, you know, healing a broken arm takes a little bit longer than that, but you know, I guess he's just built different.
That was in Masters, wasn't it? That was so long ago.
Was it that long ago? Dang.
I think so, man.
Dang. That's crazy.
Quite a ways away, and he's been doing great ever since. His recovery, you know, thankfully has been going well for him. It does look like we're getting a defuse for Mangoes, but Envy able to come through and stop it. He's taking a couple shots here. Big ego challenge, looking for the kill. Finds it as well. Oh my goodness, what a clutch for Envy there.
Wow. That was a 3v5 situation to begin, and then coming back, getting a little trade on each side. I mean, I think Marshy played that very, very well. And then Maralto actually picked up the snipe as well. So, wow, Envy, good on him. Picking up, and that's going to be 2-0, right? It's first to 2?
Yep, best of 3, so first to 2, and that's going to be Tribe picking up 20 points here today. Primal, unfortunately, going to struggle down at 0, but what a great performance coming out of Tribe. I was saying this right from the beginning. They have stepped their Search and Destroy game up so much, and it's just absolutely incredible to see them doing well. You can see through here the effort put in through the team. Great diverse performance. Parrish with 9, Envy with 8, but the rest of the team also putting up kills. I mean, again, when you're in Search and Destroy and your top fragger is basically matching up with the bottom fraggers on the enemy team, it's going to be a difficult one to win. And that's going to be Waze sitting at 5. And right behind him, Maralto and Beef Shorty with 4. FaZe, who's been one of the biggest factors for Primal, definitely having a bit of a rough day here, as we can tell. But again, this was not a easy set of opponents they were up against, and unfortunately, that's just sometimes the way it goes when you're in this level of competition. And again, Tribe, they've got to do it. Yeah, Tribe, you know, are doing anything they can right now to step their game up, because Worlds is the next thing for them. I mean, obviously everybody loves Mobile Mayhem, but Tribe obviously have their eyes on a much bigger prize right now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Tribe played really well. That I think, yeah, I didn't really see too much. There's a definitely improvement, obviously, but it looked really, really good. And we did see the UL, which was great. we got to see the UL today by Parrish. Parrish basically top rank. He had 9 kills that game. And I think that's 2 games in a row. So we might actually see more teams bring out different meta guns. I would love to see the M13 come out, the UL. Maybe that's 36, but really, let's be honest. Nobody really wants to see S36 meta. Too much PTSD, am I right? Too much.
Yeah, definitely could be the case. And as you guys can see, the results are up so far. We have Tribe with the 2-0 victory over Primal, but we still have a bunch of really good games for you guys tonight. Our next one is going to be ARP versus Devious, and Devious is one of those teams that came through the Challenger Series, and I think has had a lot of people really excited because the talent is really, really strong there. So this is a good opportunity for us to see where they really stand. They're going up against the most recent #1 team in North America, obviously being ARP, picking up the win in Stage 4. So
yeah.
ARP, I don't know. I'm hoping they show up tonight. They have been unable to field a roster the past, I think, 2 nights. So I'm hoping we'll get a little bit better out of them. Hopefully everything's all good on the personal side. I don't know why they missed, but you know, hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. We also have Zygnus versus Status Quo, which I think will be our best matchup of the night.
Yep.
Zygnus, you're going to recognize that roster. Hitman, I know it's been a while, but you'll know those guys.
Of course.
Status Quo is the old Arsenal/Explicit roster, so I don't know how familiar you are with that, but that's going to be your...
I'll recognize the name of the players. Like,
yeah, you will.
Like I know ARP because it's what, Zia, Parka,
no Parka,
no Parka, but it used to be it's Parka's team, right? No, okay.
Nope, they have separated. It is still going to be Zia, Jesus Saves, Hengi, Pepe.
Pepe.
Yeah, lot of great talent on that team. So yeah, we still have some great matchups for you guys tonight. We are going to take a very quick break while we're getting players in the lobby, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back here very, very shortly. Hey guys, sorry about the wait. We are just finalizing getting a couple players in the lobby here, and lobby. Lol. We'll get you guys into the action here as soon as we can. I think we're just waiting on one player to get in here.
Put your love under the knife. Leave me to die here all alone. No signs of life no more, no. A crying dove may never fly. It's black and white. Yeah. Black and white. Oh. 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 It's black and white. Oh. Black and white, just let me go. It's only right. For all I know, it's only matter. It's calico, it's black and white. White, white, white. Just let me go. It's only right. For all I know, it's only matter. It's calico, it's black and white. White, white, white.
Doesn't turn the lights down low.
We are back, guys. Thank you guys so much for waiting patiently. We did, unfortunately, have to enforce a rule from last week. Pepe did leave a game early, so he is unfortunately suspended from today's play. He will be eligible to play again on Thursday, so we had to get a sub in for ARP. They've picked up Detry, who is a very, very strong player. He's one of those players from Op34 that was really pushing to the top of the Challenger Series back when he was competing underneath that title. So definitely going to be an exciting one. And Hitman, I know you were mentioning you haven't seen too much of Devious, but they are definitely a team that has a lot of potential. You'll recognize probably at least a couple of the names in I'm Not Beetle as well as I'm Not Rehan. I'm sure you've seen them before around.
Yeah.
But Campers and Zulf really, really solid, and then Bick, formerly under the name Coding. You might recognize him. Under
I think
that
I
name,
recognize most of these people. Zulf as well, Camper S as well. But yes, under Coding, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recognize the name, so it'll be interesting to see. I've seen Trehan and Rehan and Beetle. I've seen them both play before, so should be interesting to watch. But I've seen ARP play, and they, being one of those teams that qualify for Worlds, got some high expectations for them. So
yeah, definitely do. And we do have map picks and bans available for you guys. So we are going to start things off with a firing range hardpoint. Moving on into Game 2, we'll have Search and Destroy on Standoff. That might be the map that you'll be on the lookout for, Hitman. That's obviously a big shotgun map. And if we do make it to a Game 3, which I would be very impressed with Devious if they were able to take ARP to that point, would be Crossfire Domination. So we'll see just how many heads this team can turn. We do have a ban on Summit and Takeoff, as well as Sparrow and the Kinetic Armor, which is going to leave the Death Machine and the Annihilator on board are two of the biggest ones. So
yeah, we didn't see much Death Machine last game and it wasn't banned, so That was kind of, I guess, shocking. But also that hardpoint kind of was pretty short, and we mostly did see
Sparrow.
the Sparrow. But
Yeah.
I'm expecting quite a few Annihilators. But again, you're right. The Death Machine on this map could be pretty solid since a lot of things is wall bangable. But we'll see. I mean, P4 is probably the most wall bangable, but the Annihilator is such a good operator to use. We're still waiting for ARP.
It's quite consistent. It does look like ARP are having a connection issue, so we'll get you guys into the game here in just a second. Not like a lag issue, like one of their players did not connect to the lobby. So we're going to go ahead and get them that restart and get you guys into the action. One thing I will say, Hitman, that we might see, maybe not necessarily tonight, just based on the schedule that we have, maybe in Game 3, is we actually have had quite a few matches where the kinetic armor has been GA'd.
Okay.
I don't expect the likes of your Tribe, ARP, or Mayhem to be GAing that for this season, because again, this is largely going to be practice for them moving on into champs. Well, yeah. So I don't expect any of those teams, but maybe the Zygnus versus Status Quo. I feel like maybe there's some potential there. But you're going to get other matchups like Devious versus Storm down the road if we see that again.
Yeah.
You know,
but Zygnus qualified for Worlds as well, right? Did they not?
Yeah, but okay. I do feel like they're maybe a little more willing to GA with some of the other like opponents that aren't practicing.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I get it. Just based on knowing their personalities, you know, like it just seems like something they would do. So.
Yeah, because Kinetic was, when it came out, a lot of people were like, it's not that great. But I'm like, it's good when you're trying to push points or just be aggressive on people. So I can understand why it's banned. It's probably one of the most annoying things. There's only 3 people that loaded in, huh?
Are you in the game?
Oh yeah, they all quit now.
Okay, good, because I'm not in the game.
Oh, is that why they left?
I don't know.
Everyone just quit.
All right, I see people loading up in the lobby. I'm gonna leave the lobby real quick. Hello. Oh, I can't. You are in the match. Excuse me.
Oh. Huh. Well then.
Let me restart my game real quick, because
it's
kind of hard to broadcast the game if you're not in it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's dang near impossible to cast without being in the game, unless you're really, 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 really good at play-by-play. Yes, chat, I make up words. W for GA. Well, I mean, when I played in the Trovo Showdown, we didn't GA anything. Matter of fact, pretty sure Vague brought out the NA45. That's right.
I feel
you
like
can
you
quote
have
me
a
on this.
Pretty solid win rate in the Trovo Showdown.
Yeah, except for that last one where my everything was not working well. But, you know, beside that, I was
Haven't you won
good.
like 4 out of 5, though?
We won like, well, yeah, 3 out of 5 because I lost the last one. So, you know, shotgun, you know, I'm a shotgunner. You know, you got to have one shotgunner. Are you back? Did it work?
It's loading right now.
Okay, you're still in the lobby, though, so.
I don't know, hello. I'll let you know in a second. I closed my game, and... I am sorry, chat. There's not a lot I can do about that.
Technical difficulties. It happens all the time. It'd be like that. You know, new season.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zygnus versus Status Quo. That's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, I agree, Josh. That one's gonna be sick. That's the one I actually tweeted out. I'm excited.
Yeah, I was looking at them and I'm like, Primal versus Tribe. Oh, okay. ARP versus Devious. I don't really know Devious. I'm like, Zygnus and Status Quo. Okay. And then I saw NYSL. I'm like, okay, who's Storm? And I looked at the standings and I was like,
All right.
Status Quo and Storm. Both S's.
Restarted my game and I am now in a game. I'm confused.
Can you exit the game?
I'm still at the loading screen. Well, the map loading screen.
Okay. Doesn't make sense that it lets you get into the game since the game
ended. Oh yeah, it doesn't say there's anybody on either team, but
yeah, well, the game actually ended. It was like game and in a draw.
Right.
Yeah.
ARP is not going to DQ Tachyon. We are actually waiting on me right now because my game bugged and hoping I can get back into it here. I've finally got kicked out of the bug lobby.
Good.
It does look like I'm here. We can probably try starting it up now.
All right, bueno.
All right, things are actually happening on my screen now. This is a good sign. We're just waiting.
See, we're not waiting on us. Yeah, waiting on Rehan.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, it's all Rehan's fault, not mine. Not at all.
You know what I used to call him? I'm no Treehan.
Lol.
Rehan! Guess this show on a road.
Admin, do we have permission to jump into voice for both of these teams when we get into the game? I would imagine so. Perfect. All right, we'll do some listen-ins with you guys as well for this matchup.
I don't see their teams. It's okay. I don't need to jump in.
Okay. All right, I hear a game loading.
All right. I've connected. I see people connected. Please, yeah. Everybody's here. All right, MX9, 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 Hoger. Hoger, ASM. There's no way that can beat that. There's zero chance. MX9. All right, so doesn't look like we have anything crazy when it comes to gun weapon changes. However, looks like we're gonna have the early point control by Zolf. Zolf going in, get shot by Jesus. You're in the game, right? You're good?
Yeah.
We're good, right?
Yep, I'm here.
Early
Couple
control
point lead.
by.
Yeah.
Yep.
P1's an
That's
interesting one, right? Because you're anywhere you spawn on firing range, you're like within 2 seconds of having sightline on B or a grenade range. So without streaks, without a lot of trophies down, it can be a little bit difficult to hold for a long time. We're really going to be looking at the P2 spawns, which you can see Devious we're trying to hold, but we do have a couple members of ARP trying to push on up as well. Looking at the mini-map, you guys can see Jesus Saves trying to make that rotation over, but can't win the gunfight against Bick, who picks up a 2-piece.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Does get a little bit cleared out. Veteran might be able to grab spawns here, though.
Oh, yeah. Looking like it. Looks like he does have the control right now, Veteran. A little hip fire kill there, kind of like that. Picks up a huge double kill there to secure points for a little bit. Does have to wait 7 seconds before he can start getting some points. However, we do have ARP around that A long area and near trailer. But Veteran does get a nade kill as well, so.
Yeah, Detry's trying to push on up to get the kill, but gets pinched and taken down by Zulf, who's going to regain some control here. Jesus Saves, making the rotation from behind, finds 2. Pangy able to avenge his teammate, picks up the kill onto Bick, regaining a little bit of control. In fact, even getting a trophy down here for the team. So a bit of utility, but then pushes up a little bit too far. Now it's just going to be Jesus Saves left on the point. Does pick up 1 and quite a few points as well, going over to the side of ARP at this point.
Yeah, Bick right now with 10 kills, but the rest of the team struggling just a little bit as the second person with the most kills is 3 kills. However, if we look at ARP, we got 11 kills by Veteran, 10 kills by Detry. Zia's also got 10 kills, so not looking too good right now. As ARP looking to pick up this momentum from this trailer hold. Hanging on the point though, playing OBJ. 41 seconds on it.
Definitely a big opportunity. P3 and P4 are pretty solid hills, so if we can get a hold out of Devious, they can turn things around, but I don't know, man. Right now, it is all ARP on this trailer. A Hunter Killer's about to come down and get a double, picks up the 2-piece there.
Wow.
Yeah, and finds a 3rd for himself on campers, and it is just starting to be ARP running away with it. Pangy absolutely dumpsters him through the smoke there. And ARP about to cross into the 100-point mark.
Yeah, and right now ARP's bring out all the operators. As you can see, Veteran hits a double kill. 1 with the hip fire headshot with the Annihilator. So, I mean, Annihilator's gonna come in, pick up a few points, get some score streaks right now. Oh my goodness, Veteran right now is not missing with this. And as I say that, gets picked up by Bick.
As Zolf able to clean up 1 and looking like he's trying to get into the point, but he can't beat the concussion coming out of Jesus Saves, who... Oh, that shorty range is disgusting, dude. But Jesus Saves comes through with a big 4-piece, and you can see he's got his operator available. He's got a Goliath available as well, and that could be a huge thing for this P4. Misses the first shot with the Annihilator. Misses the second, gonna get taken down, but Veteran already got a Goliath on the point. You can hear Jesus Saves getting ready to call in his drone. Might be able to pick off a couple kills as well.
Drone is going to be huge just to be able to give information out to see where people might be hiding. I don't think he really got too much use of it, but it's still a very good one. I mean, with only 20 points remaining and Annihilator's being used. Ooh, Rehan with a nice 3-piece. That's going to help out a lot. Going to maybe give some score streaks. Might need just a little bit to pick up the sentry gun here, but we'll see if he can actually clutch this out, as they are going to be able to hold this maybe potentially for another 20 seconds to not need the other team to pick up P1. And Rehan picking up another kill here, does have his black hole. Ah, that's something, the gravity vortex, that's not something we typically see. That's gonna be interesting to see. Oh, unlucky.
Yeah, we do have a couple players that pull out the gravity vortex, but I'm gonna be honest, I feel like it quite often does not actually get played for its best utility, and that's gonna be, again, denying areas, specifically some of the choke points. If you're shooting it for a 1-to-1 kill on each shot, you might as well be running the Annihilator at that point. But
exactly,
you know, you look at Trailer, for example, on this map. Both of those doorways are like perfect spots to run a grab vortex, and we just don't see it get used a lot there. So we will have to see. It is ARP right now, about 15 points shy of picking up a victory, but there are a lot of kills going in the feed for the side of Devious right now. They might have an opportunity to make a P1 break here. Zolf finds one, but ARP still on the point.
Yeah, just for a little bit. We'll see. They got to push it now, or if now it's GG, don't have enough to slide back in, and that's a GG. 150 to 69 for ARP. Pretty dominant starting P2. They had a small chance, but in the end, ARP was the stronger team on this map specifically. But we are going to be getting onto our next map, so that should be pretty exciting. I'm excited. Standoff. But again, standoffs S&D, you won't see as much shotgun, so we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, definitely could be an interesting one, and as you guys can see on the scoreboard here as we hop on over to it, a lot of kill advantage on the side of ARP. Veteran coming through with 22, Detry 24, Jesus Saves 21 on the board, and we're right back into that area where it's like, if your top fragger is barely competing with the bottom fraggers of the enemy, it's going to be a difficult one to win. We did see Zolf and Bick come through with a really, really strong P4. They were able to hold down that wood structure for quite a bit of time. But one good point is not going to win you the hard point, unfortunately. ARP were a lot more dominant in their rotations, in their gunfights. They just came through with a really solid performance. Looking at the likes of Veteran with 51 on the board, Jesus Saves with 128 on the board, as well as Pengi at 52 on the board as far as hardpoint time goes. So excellent, excellent performance from there. Detry down at 2 seconds and Zia at 2 seconds, but I do feel like they largely played like the Slayer as well as that anchor position role, which is not often going to have a lot of time on point. So if you've got 3 teammates that are all pushing a minute plus on hill, you're doing pretty solid. You look over at the opposition, you've got Bick at 38, Campers at 31, and again, that was largely their time on the P4 hill. Nothing much came after that. So hopefully for Search, they'll put up a little bit better of a performance and give us a good game here. Maybe take us to a game 3. Again, it would be a very impressive performance out of them. But something I feel like if ARP sleeps on him, it's possible.
Mm-hmm. Who's the sniper usually? Is this Zia that snipes for ARP?
Zia and Jesus, actually, both both are very strong snipers. I would actually say we see Jesus snipe a lot more than Zia. Zia is, he'll pick up the sniper when he needs to, but he does often, play an MX9 role or something of that course. So
okay,
yeah,
that's fair. And who's the sniper for Devious?
If I remember correctly, I want to say it's often Rehan and Campers are the two that we'll see.
I was going to say Camper sounds like somebody who would snipe, you know what I mean? Can never judge a name though, but yeah, that'd be interesting to see. I mean, Standoff is definitely one of those maps that you do need a sniper, especially when you're shooting from that long middle area, trying to pick up a snipe either from A side or B side, C side, sorry. But we'll see how teams push it. Typically speaking, we do see most people pushing towards that tractor just to get the plant on that. You won't see, I think that's A site. You're probably not going to see as much on that B site. But again, shotgunning is typically really good on standoff, but not on SND. So I don't expect to see much shotgunning here. So we'll see. As we are getting towards standoff, in case you guys didn't know, it's SND going to standoff. And if we do get a game 3, we will be heading to, Crossfire Domination. So let's see.
We will see indeed. Again, not going to be a easy one for Devious, but if ARP sleeps on the opposition here, we could definitely see them slip up a couple rounds. And we've seen some pretty big upsets so far this season, so we will have to see. But we are spawned into the game, guys. Everybody is loaded in. And as we mentioned, might see a bit of shotgun use on this map. I would at least expect to a degree. Pengy gonna pick up first blood.
Yeah, Zia is using the
oh
new
my goodness.
CLQ skin. Ooh. Alright, Rehan. We see you. Looks like he's gonna be hiding right behind that vehicle. Potentially speaking, maybe Zia can pick up that kill. 2 snipers on each team as expected. But
Rehan, you've got to land that one. Oh, 2 in a row you missed. Oh, Rehan.
Oh, dang. And Zia picks up the kill on Camper, so making it a 3v4 situation. Let's see if Rehan can potentially pick up a snipe. Looks like he might be getting pushed here.
Yeah, I think Veteran might have just got a little bit of a sight line. Detry is going to get taken down by Rehan, though.
Wow. Shorty versus Shorty? It's going to be a Shorty push.
Yeah, you can see Rehan's camping out on the stairs there. Obviously, Jesus doesn't have the information we do, but Zia in the background going to pick up one. Now, Jesus taking the long path around, might actually be looking to take the ladder. I don't know if he knows Rehan jumped out the window behind him, but with the A plant and Jesus being able to possibly play the hay bale here, could be a really good spot. Oh my goodness, Rehan kind of cracked and popping off this game. 3 kills on the board for him. Could potentially find the round 1 ace.
Oh, as you said that, bop, and Jesus picks up the kill from behind as well. That was, I mean, he had a chance, right? They were down a player almost the entire game, making it a 2v2 was pretty good. Potentially, maybe caught timing, could have potentially hit that last shot and would have been really nice, but he did get pushed on the back by Jesus, who came from behind. So looks like a pretty heavy A push again. But we do have Zolf actually pushing through the smoke like a mad psycho. Almost pays off. Doesn't pay off, though. Dang.
Yeah, and Campers was able to pick up one at the beginning there, but got taken down pretty quickly by Pengy, who's now pushing on up. Finds another kill onto Rehan. Oh my goodness, what a slide there, Pengy!
Oh my god. Wow, he had no reason to win that 1v2. Like, that was insanely nice.
If I'm gonna be honest with you, he didn't have a reason to pick up the second kill. Man should have been dead a while ago, but just absolutely storms through and picks up the second round for ARP, who are looking to have a pretty dominating performance here. And you can see in just straight out of the gameplay that Devious are pulling here, they're scared to push up at this point, and rightfully so.
Camp is just trying to hit those wall bangs here. I mean, the entire ARP team is A minus Jesus all the way around playing just in case someone's flanking in, and he spots one of the players flanking in, so it's most likely going to be hit one of the person coming from on top. But I mean, not too good, as they did lose a player though. Zolf is going to be able to push Jesus. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Zia. Oh, Zia's nasty. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. One more? He must know that there's a couple of them coming from this side. Oh, come on, Zia. And there we go. Pengy and Detry picking up the 2 kills instead. 3-0. And it's going to be tough. I mean, Devious is playing more scared than anything. It just looks like they're playing back more. Whereas they're playing really aggressive, ARP, pushing that A-bomb. But this time it looks like ARP might not be going full ham, just kind of playing for picks. We'll see if Zia can pick up a snipe.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people call the Advanced Artillery a pay-to-lose skin for the DLQ, but I'm going to be honest, Zia looking like he's making it work pretty good there. I was able to catch the tail end of the second kill in that 3-piece and able to catch the third one as well. It was looking pretty solid, so we'll have to see. But right now, ARP, they're in a great position to potentially put a 4-0 on the board in the first half here, so definitely a big opportunity for ARP. And like I mentioned, they're in a position where they have a lot to prove, right? Like they're the number 2 team, or number 1 team, I mean, in NA right now, at least as far as our last like major event went. Zulf looking for the kill on Detry here, but gets taken down.
Enemy contact.
Oh goodness.
4-0 right now. Yeah, I mean, ARP looking really strong. I mean, they had a chance. I mean, ARP pushed A with only 2 players, whereas 4 players from Devious were there. So that's it's not looking too good right now. Not looking too good. But D3 actually with the AMAX. Let's see if can potentially get a few kills here.
Yeah, definitely might be able to. We'll have to see. Only 2 minutes on the clock here, but the bomb plant's coming through quick. Detry is able to find a kill early on, but it is going to be Bick. Answers back with a 2-piece. Jesus saves, gets the refrag though, 3-3. The bomb plant did not go through, and Jesus saves, able to pick up another. Oh my goodness. 3-piece on the board for Jesus saves with the DLQ in hand. Unfortunately, we did miss that. Going for the reverse grenade. Have to see what Rehan's able to pull together here. He's not in a great position to overlook A, but has an opportunity to rotate. Broken definitely has an opportunity to pick off 1 player from behind the tractor, but that bomb head glitch can be pretty nasty as well. Whoa. Doesn't matter for Rehan. He's nasty with it. Picks up 1, looking for 2. He's gonna clutch it up. Finds the kill with the shorty, and at least it's not going to be Devious going in a 6-0 situation here. That's 1 round clutched up for Rehan, but it's going to be a hard 5 rounds for them to go if they want to push this to a game 3.
Yeah, but they're defense right now, so let's see if they can actually play it a little more aggressive. They can't be playing as defensive as they did before, and I think that last round they played a little more aggressive, and it did show off a little bit better, so we'll see. We do have Rehan's going to be playing the backside, so that's going to be good, but it looks like they're going to play a little more passive, trying to see where everyone is, and then we're going to rotate slowly towards that A bomb site, as Zulf is the one with the bomb. Looks like we're not going to get a bomb.
Definitely could have had a bomb plant here. Obviously, Devious, playing it a little bit safe. They don't know what's going on. Ends up getting taken down. Zia absolutely cracked with this DLQ. Picks up the wall bang there. And Bick now camping out behind the trailer. Zia could go for the pop through the hay bale under tractor is a pretty strong position, but it doesn't matter. They push up and find it. Zia bites off a little more than he can chew. Zulf finds 2. It's now going to be Jesus saves left in a 1 versus 3. Can't find the kill on Rehan, and another round going back over to Devious now.
This might be the momentum. 2 in a row playing on offense right now, so we'll see if the offensive side helps them out a lot. They played out pretty well. They did actually decide slowly push A, not full rush. Looks like we are going to have 2 defense on A, and then 2 towards that back alley, and 1 playing that top blue. So we'll see if that information is enough for maybe Zulf to potentially plant this bomb. There's going to be someone, Pengy, hiding in that cubby area, so gotta play it very safe.
Yeah, you can see Jesus saves, looking for a wall bang onto boxes there, but no one to be found. Detry is going to find Rehan making that rotation, but gets picked off by Bick, who played the call out really solid there. 4 versus 4 between these 2 teams. You guys can see Zulf pushed up to a really strong position here. Can play sounds and get information to his team. And Beetle definitely looking for that pick on Pengy if he peeks at that doorway. Zulf, this is a dangerous spot to stand up though. Again, playing for the sounds, great opportunity, but pushing on up alone, not ideal. Now Beetle walks right into Zia in a corner with the shorty. Campers can't find the follow-up, and now a 2 versus 3. Make it a 1 versus 3 as Campers with a DLQ, a shorty, and a dream. Gonna have a lot of difficulty here as Jesus saves, rotating from behind, picks up the kill on the player that was just absolutely pinned down behind the tank by the rest of the team. So now it's match point for ARP. They're looking to close things out in a quick 2-0 victory, and these guys are definitely looking for the points. They were not expecting to have a couple forfeits at the beginning of the season, and they've been sitting down at, they're at negative 10 points on the board here, so 20 is only going to put them up 10, but it would put them above Primal and Storm, so definitely a big opportunity for them.
Good for
Oh,
skill
you
by
gotta land that one, Campers. Oh, gets the follow-up,
nice.
thank goodness.
That is, I mean, right now 3v4 situation. We'll see. I mean, they have to win this if they want a chance. But I mean, with 5 players remaining, as Rehan picks up a kill here, 2v3 situation, that's gonna be good for them. Oh, Rehan 1v3. Oh, Rehan, can you clutch this? Can you clutch this for your team?
Oh, we did see him clutch a round earlier. Oh no, he didn't see him. Oh no.
Lost that round.
That's
Not over yet.
unlucky.
That
Wow.
is kind of, in my opinion, the one minor downfall of looking at a mobile perspective is sometimes you swing past that person. Because your thumbs are on the screen, sometimes you're just going to miss that split-second sight line, and unfortunately, I feel like that's probably what happened there, because I feel like he got swept right across his screen, and again, there's a lot happening. Sometimes you just miss something, but that is going to be ARP coming through with the 2-0 victory. As we mentioned, that is going to put them up to 10 points, so they're at least not at the bottom of the board, and I definitely expect them throughout the rest of the event to start racking those points up and be one of those teams that's competing in the finals. Because again, this team just came off of a win in Stage 4. Not just winning a world spot, the first place win in Stage 4. This is a team with so very much talent. And you can never root against Jesus Saves, right? Like, he is just such a super chill dude, so... I'm glad he's found himself a team that's working out well. He's, to my knowledge, been their IGL, so definitely a big pickup for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those. How can you not like the story behind it? You know, gets dropped, picks up again, makes it to the world with a different team. That's just fantastic story for Jesus. So good to see him do well. Excited to see all these teams play in Worlds, right? Tribe, NYSL, who will be playing later tonight. Last game of the night, and also ARP. We are going to our next game, right? Our next game is going to be Zygnus versus Status Quo. We are taking a break, if that's correct. Oh, wait, we're doing the interview, yeah?
Yeah, I'll get the interview queued up. We are going to take a short break in the beginning. We do have, obviously, the Battle Pass trailer for you guys as well, so stick around. We'll get you guys into the interview with Marshy, a man of few words, a lot of I guesses, and a lot of talent as well. So stick around, guys. We'll be back as soon as we can. Hey guys, welcome back to another interview here with Mobile Mayhem. This is one of the ones that I have been the most excited for quite a while, and we're bringing you guys Marshy from Tribe. So hey Marshy, how is it going? Thank you for joining us.
Glad to be here. It's going good.
That's good. That's good. Obviously, Tribe is one of the top teams for North America, and you're one of those players that has been sticking around with them for quite a while. Even in the past, where you hadn't played as much, you have been Tribe through and through. And I gotta say, that first place win in Masters definitely has to feel good. Earning you guys that world spot here coming up in ideally December, as long as everything goes smooth. Hello.
My mic. It was bugging.
Yeah, just basically saying, congratulations to you guys picking up your guys' win in Masters, getting that world spot. That's definitely got to be something you guys are excited for, yeah?
Yeah, we are very excited for going to Worlds this year.
Yeah, you guys had some pretty big pickups from the old Nova roster. Obviously, you guys picked up the likes of Band, Parish, and Envy, and they have been absolutely fantastic for you guys. And the team's been looking really well. I mean, specifically these past couple weeks, you guys have really, really surprised me in your guys' improvement of Search and Destroy. I mean, is there anything in particular that you can say you guys were able to do to turn around your search performance?
Not really. We just not really. We just play how we usually play, but you know,
Do you guys have any changes to like IGL or anything, or just the way any of that was going on, or?
no, not really. Not no changes. Not really any changes. We still play how we like used to play. It's just like I don't know.
Well, you guys have been looking way better in search, and that was one of the biggest things that I know a lot of spectators, as well as even just casters and coaches, have mentioned that Tribe struggled the most in search and destroy, and you guys came through with some really big wins in the past couple weeks in search. You guys have been looking a lot more coordinated as a team, and I think you guys are standing even more of a chance to possibly go on and win Worlds, or at least get a really good placement. Um, but, speaking obviously of the past couple weeks, we've taken off into the fall season of Mobile Mayhem, and the rules have changed quite a bit. Not necessarily in the actual game itself, but obviously we have the return of some of the LATAM teams. We obviously have a couple of the underage teams as well, getting players in. Seminole being a really big one, and I know that's one that a lot of the people in the crowd have obviously been hoping to see very soon. So looking at this season, I mean, is there anything you want to say as far as like your expectations for Tribe, or any teams or individual players even that you are on the lookout for this season?
Uh, Seminole and Tribe, we have a good like bond, whatever. So like playing against them is really fun because like Seminole are like my boys, my homies. So like playing against them is really fun.
Yeah, I agree. They're definitely a wild bunch, though.
Yeah, they're jokesters.
Yeah, I mean, are you guys at all worried about like Zygnus, or even 11T has been looking really solid as well?
Uh, Not really. Yeah,
That's a
not really.
that's a nice confident answer. So obviously you guys can probably already tell Marshy just a very laid back person, just lives day by day. But I definitely think it's going to be an exciting season. I mean, we've had a lot of really fantastic games already. As I mentioned, we've got to see you guys really turn around your search and destroy performance, and that has been an absolute spectacle. So definitely have high hopes for you guys in this season. Obviously, you mentioned that Seminole is a team you guys really like to play against. If you had to guess, where do you think Seminole probably places coming into this season?
Uh, I want Seminole to win. I want Seminole to get first place.
You want
But
Seminole to get first.
I that's what I want. But like Tribe, we should get first, and then Seminole should get second.
Definitely a good answer. Supporting the homies there. Are there any individual players that you are looking out for this season? I know Devious has a lot of potentially upcoming talent that I have personally been keeping my eye on. But you obviously get a lot more scrim time with teams in the background and see a little bit more of them than we do here at Mobile Mayhem. So if there's, excuse me, if there's anybody that you specifically think is going to be a big player either this season or maybe even someone you expect to continue to develop their talents moving on to like winter or even 2022, I definitely think there's a lot of talent in the pool right now.
My boys, Slothy and Veg, dude. I'm looking out for them. I want them to like show off, like pop off, like make a name for themselves in Mobile Mayhem. They've already made a name for themselves, but like,
right.
I want to see them pop off, like, you know.
All right, all right. Well, as you guys can hear, just a lot of Seminole love and support from Marshy. Obviously, we know that Tribe and Seminole, pretty close friends across the board. We do have a lot of really good talent this season that I'm excited to see. Seminole definitely being one of them. They're a team we don't get to jump into a lot of VCs with during the broadcast because they can be a little bit wild, but definitely like hanging out with them in the downtime. Anybody you would like to perhaps give a shout out to? Anybody that helped you along the way, kept you motivated, helped you with any of your rotations or just gun skill, HUDs, anything at all?
Nobody really helped me. I did that myself, but like, shout out to Slothy and Veg, my homies. That's really it. Bolo too. I don't really have a shout out. Just those people.
Alrighty. Do you have anywhere that you're streaming, like YouTube or Trovo or anything that you wanna give a shout out? Make sure people are following you on.
Nah, just my Twitter. I am Marshy _. That's really it.
All right, guys. Well,
10K followers.
There you go. Hey, there you go. Make sure you guys give Marshy a follow. I'm sure most of you guys already are. Make sure you guys are on the lookout for some of those tribe streams. Obviously, when they're playing together, the likes of Band, Image, Bolu here and there. So definitely a fantastic team. Well, thanks for coming on with us, Marshy. I know it was kind of a little bit last minute, but definitely someone I've been excited to have on and get some of these questions answered. Good luck to you guys in Mobile Mayhem, as well as obviously we'll be cheering you guys along as well as the other NA teams come time for Worlds. So I think that's about it for us. Thank you guys for coming, and enjoy the rest of your guys' broadcast tonight.
Out.
Welcome back, guys. As you guys could hear there, you got the wonderful music talents and stylings of D Hitman. And,
whoa. Well, that wasn't me.
Definitely a great introduction to our next game, which is going to be, I think, the best game of the night. You've got Status Quo, you've got Zygnus. This is bound to be an exciting match. I think overall, I'd be leaning a little bit on the side of Zygnus, but man, every time I doubt Status Quo, they come through big, especially with the pickup of Washi on this team. I mean, you already had Blur, who has been a sniping talent. You throw Washi in there as well. Yeah, if you're Zygnus, you're hoping there's not a raid, search, and destroy this lineup. So, you know, unfortunately for them, there is. So we're going to hop over to the map picks and bans for this series, guys. And as you can see there, might be some shotgun opportunity for Hitman with the standoff hardpoint. When we move into raid, search, and destroy, Washi is known for the wallbang prowess here. So definitely be on the lookout for that if we see a Game 3, which I'm hoping we do, because again, I think this is going to be the most exciting match of the night. Domination on Hackney Yard. Definitely one that some people like, some people hate. But we do have a ban.
But
yeah, me too.
Yeah, we do have a ban on Crossfires. Zygnus banning that, as well as the Sparrow, and Status Quo banning the firing range map, and Annihilator. So we might see Kinetic, unless you, as you mentioned, might be G8. Right, that could be an opportunity here. So there's some players I don't recognize. I mean, I recognize Envoy, Just, Titio, but Kim Wax and Antenia, maybe
That's
different
Cheto.
names.
That's Cheto.
Aha. But yes, new players I recognize. A lot of players also. I recognize Jingo, Washi, Blur, Solo, and Genic. I feel like I recognize the whole team there. But starting off Solo with the Holger. I'm trying to check if there are any unique guns being used. I think Blur might be using something different. No, a lot of AMAX is being used right now. A lot of Holgers being used right now. MX9 is being used right now. So, no shotguns. I'm already disappointed.
Got some shorties, and I do got to give a big shout out to the boys over at Zygnus coming through with the raid. Kimwax, Just, Titio, and Envoy coming through for some big numbers. We appreciate you guys. I didn't want that to go unannounced, so obviously, I'm not going to wish anybody luck in their game other than just playing the best game. You know, whoever wins, wins. But got Jingo playing here for the side of Status Quo, and that's one we haven't seen in a hot minute. So we'll have to see if he's been keeping his practice up. Solo comes through, putting his first kill on the board, picking up Titio there, but Envoy and Just are there ready to get the refrags, and gonna be a rough position for Status Quo as Zygnus have taken the respawns there.
It's crazy that we do actually have Status Quo, 2 players using the M67 rounds in Genic as well as Blunt. So, I mean, with the nerf, you would think they would try something else, but I mean, you don't have time to practice since the update literally came out hours before this event, so you gotta use what you're comfortable with. Blur does have control with the shorty, and might be able to pick up a kill here.
That's unfortunate, but Jingo's there to back him up. Finds 1, finds 2, is looking for 3, but split the bullets on a couple players there, and Zygnus gonna get that retake. A little bit unfortunate for Jingo, but Washi, he's got a sight on Kim Wax, but it doesn't matter. Kim Wax is a laser beam.
Yeah.
And
so
you can see,
confirm it is not a G8 because we just saw Titio use the kinetic, so I guess it makes sense since they are also practicing. I know we said like, oh, against these teams are not practicing, but I mean they need to practice, so it would still make sense for them to be able to do the same thing. But kinetic was huge for Titio there. Kim Wax is a huge double kill there too.
That also is dependent on the other team like asking for it to be G8, you know? Like I don't think Zygnus goes out of their way to ask for it, but
yeah, that's fair.
It's going to be Kim Wax picking up one onto Washi there. Kinetic coming through big. Now looking for another onto Genic. Fills up the 3 in the feed. Meanwhile, we do have Cheto finding 2 of his own. Looking for a 3rd as well, but Washi going to win that one.
Oh, I mean, right now, it looks like they are running away with it. It's going to be tough. I mean, Zygnus right now looking pretty strong. They're using their kinetic super well. This was supposed to be a closer game, but right now, it's a little tough for Status Quo. And they are falling way behind on the kill department. Like, pretty far behind when it comes to kills. The highest kill is Jingo with 9, where the lowest fragger is 9 on Zygnus. That is not looking good for them. 10 now for Jingo.
Yeah, definitely, especially since you're playing with one of your not starters and he's top fragging for the team, so definitely a rough position for them to be in. But again, Zygnus have been looking on point this season. This is their season to win if they keep this up, and you know they're definitely going to be looking to do so. We do have Status Quo on for the P4 here, and this is the money hill for this point. This is definitely the hardest one to break, and Blur, you can see it making a good use, or trying to rather, of the gravity vortex there. Would have liked him to aim a little bit lower and really try to channel in that doorway. Instead, did shoot for the kill, and unfortunately did allow a player through. But big opportunity here for Status Quo to pull things a little bit back in their favor. We do have Tatio up top making that rotation down, so we'll see. He does pick up one. Jingo sliding the corner, looking for the kill, picks up another for the team, and looks like they're going to hold on a little bit longer, but you can see the kinetic armor coming through there is a great, I don't necessarily want to call it a counter, but it is a good tool into the shorty currently.
Oh, they can win off of this hill. They just need to contest it just for a second. As you see, Washi putting in with the shorty does contest it, so that's going to be more than enough so that they have to play one more hill. But with only 3 seconds needed, 2 seconds needed, they're going to need to be flawless as Washi does pick up a kill there. I mean, Washi had the kinetic, got wasted as he ran into a hunter killer drone, so very unlucky for him. And Zygnus right now, holy smokes, they look really good. They look really, really good that game. Dang.
Yeah, they absolutely did, and that's what I've been saying, man. The Zygnus have been on fire. Now, Status Quo, you know, I got to give these guys credit. This is a strong team, but when I said this has a chance to go to Game 3, I was specifically looking at the Search and Destroy. They have an incredible Search and Destroy lineup, and Cheto, I don't know if you know, but he recently, I mean, I say recently, it's been like 2 months now, but that's still not a lot of time compared to what several players have taken in trying to make that switch from iPad to phone. So we do still see him struggle a little bit sometimes in Search and Destroy, and I think that's a big factor where we look at Blur and Washi. These guys have been on phone, they have been grinding, and they are going to be here ready to go for this Search match. And again, Raid has been one of Washi's best Search and Destroy maps, so I have high hopes of this being a Game 3, and if it's going to happen, it's got to happen here in the Search and Destroy. As you guys can see, not a lot of slaying power going on the side of Status Quo for that first match. I mean, Solo, normally the top fragger, the star-studded player of a team that he's on, did struggle throughout that game. It went 6-17. And Genic as well. He's going to be a Search and Destroy talent similar to, I mean this in the most respectful way possible, like a budget Wiru. So we'll see if he can turn things around. Yeah, I know that's going to get me some flack in chat, but I didn't know how else to say it.
Canceled!
Oh, man.
I do think one more thing that they probably should have tried. I mean, they had 2 M67 rounds. On hardpoint, it's just tough to use, especially on a close range map, whereas you're not going to be able to hit those shots most of the time, and if you hit the hands, it's just going to lose out. So potentially, you know, seeing those 2 players who are using the M67 round, maybe switch to the MX9. I know it's a little tough. Could have maybe helped try it out as the team was down almost 100 points. So we'll see. I mean, you can see in this round, I mean, the M67 round in SND will be a lot better, but you probably will see a couple players using the sniper, as you mentioned, right? So
yeah, it has been the go-to weapon for Ingenic, and he is normally roasting with it. So we'll see. As you mentioned, Raid has a little bit longer sight lines for a lot of the kind of focus areas than Standoff does, where, you know, again, you get into that hill, and it's all shorty all the time. So maybe he'll be able to capitalize a little bit more there. We do have a couple players just switching sides here as we get into our Raid match, which I believe is going to have Zygnus on the defense first. So that might be a factor, but we will have to see as we go in. Like I said, Washi, he's one of those guys that if you challenge him in his sniping prowess in mid, 9 times out of 10, he's going to deck you. So that could be a big, big benefit for Status Quo here. Because again, Cheto has been struggling a little bit in the snipe department. So that's really where we're going to be keeping our eyes on a lot for this Status Quo lineup.
Yeah, I mean, sniping on this map is absolutely fantastic, even on defense. you know, you can play either that mid area or you go all the way to laundry, try to catch a couple people off guard. We'll see. I mean, I haven't seen many of these people sniped before. I mean, I've seen them snipe before, but it's been a while I haven't watched them. So I'm interested to see, especially when you said that I'm so used to Cheto using the sniper. So we'll see how that plays out for them. And as you mentioned, they did struggle in S&D before. So looks like B's going to be playing for Zygnus.
Yeah, we are just waiting on a couple players to ready up. Looks like we were switching the lobby lead to B. Hello's got to take off, so it is a little unfortunately. We love Hello being here. Oh, you know what? She probably got that bug again where she can't
start.
Yeah. So we do have Hello back in the lobby. We do have Envoy rejoining the team and immediately readying up. You love the energy, and I gotta tell you, Envoy has been one of my favorite players to watch. So I was really sad the past couple seasons where LATAM and NA were split, and I'm so glad I get the opportunity to cast these guys again. Zygnus, I mean, one of my favorite teams. I mean, looking towards Worlds, right? If I was gonna vote for any team, like, you know, I'll probably do a watch party, right? You know, like, we're gonna be having fun with it. Zygnus, definitely gonna be the LATAM team I'm cheering for the whole time. Looking at EU, I'm on that Anarchy bandwagon start to finish. I've been cheering those guys on ever since that team formed. So definitely gonna be cheering there. And I'm a little bit stuck on my NA teams because I have friends on all of the teams. You know, I love Tribe, love NYSL. ARP is a team that I've definitely had some harsh criticism too, but picking up Jesus Saves and their rapid increase of skill level has really just won me over. So I'll be cheering the 3 NA teams along the whole way. But
I feel like if you're from NA, you kind of have to root for any of the North American team, right? Because it's by region, right? Yes, you have your team that wants to win, but if an NA team wins, you're like, oh, I'm part of NA, so my region won. So you know what I mean? Like, it's tough because there's some good teams. Like, you look at the was it Scars from Japan? It was. We had the team from Garena that just absolutely. I'm trying to remember. Almighty what it was. The Garena team. I know my boy Heaven's on that team. I forgot the name of it. But the Garena team looking strong. The two Chinese team. I mean, the two Chinese team. I think we know they can play well in S&D. But with the changes to like the underage players, we know that we've seen a couple of them not do as well. So should be interesting to see. And the Indian teams too. Yeah, those are gonna be fun to watch. Oh my goodness, I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely going to be some exciting content, and I cannot wait. I mean, like I said, there's definitely going to be a handful of teams that I'm cheering above the rest. I'm really disappointed I didn't get to catch the rest of Garena. I know you were loving it if you were up for it, though. There's a lot of shotgun use in that region, so that's right up your alley.
I'm in the wrong region, man. Oh my goodness.
All right, does look like we finally had all of our players get readied up, and we are loading into this search and destroy, so we're not going to hold you guys back anymore. I'm sure you guys are tired of seeing mine and Hitman's face, so...
Your face, beautiful.
Let's go ahead and get you guys into the action. Like I said, Washi, definitely a huge sniping talent, and I'm a little shocked to not see him push the... those mid angles that we're used to seeing him play. It is going to be Angenic. Amax in hand picks up one onto Angenic. We're going to find another just, however, right there with Envoy finding refrags for the teams immediately. Going to bring things back into a 3 versus 3. Zygnus, I don't quite know if they know it, but Envoy might be getting sight on it right now. He's got bomb down in front of him. So Status Quo realistically can push up the side here all they want, but without bomb, it's not going to do much for them. A 1-for-1 trade comes through as Washi going to get the refrag. Anybody's game right now, but you can see Zygnus, they're looking to camp out some of these angles, trying to get to that red room. I'm actually surprised Envoy has pushed up as much as he have. I mean, I guess we did just have the kill coming through from Pool, so he was maybe expecting players to rotate back that way, but look at the angles they've given up on the bomb at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to know if the bomb gets picked up, and they're going to kind of play. I think they gave up the bombs to kind of play for where the bomb is going to be planted. They can kind of still maybe catch one off guard. As you can see, Zygnus is playing, assuming that they're going to do the long rotation to try to clear it out. But in the end, It looks like they're gonna be able to get this bomb here, and we mentioned this before. The M67 round is perfect on this map, right? And Ingenic does pick up a few kills there, so that was huge for them. And the bomb's gonna be picked up, and might be a fast B plant. We'll see.
I mean, I know they can't see it, but they have all the time in the world to get this plant down, and this is a pretty big miss for me in the side of Zygnus because, oh my goodness, oh my goodness,
Oh
what?
my god, one-on-one. Oh no, oh no.
Looks like Cheto maybe have found his groove here, looking for the pick on the head glitch. Shorty in hand, he's gonna find it. Big clutch round for Cheto. They end up saving it again. I don't know why they gave up that bomb where it was at. They had all the angles where Cheto could have watched it with a sniper. They have the head glitches at rings to really abuse. So it was a risky call, but they end up clutching it up in the 2v2. And
yeah, Ingenic had a chance, but he got sniped, and then he got pushed with the shorty, and the head glitch that he was on, Cheto was on, was just absolutely ridiculous. You can't hit that with a shorty. Maybe at the M67 now, he could have maybe potentially hit that one tap to the head, but beside that, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, we do have a couple players pushing up here. We do have Tatio going to pick up one onto Washi with the AMAX in his hand. Takes a couple shots from behind, but is going to make it out. You have Envoy picking up one onto Jingo mid, but Solo and Blur each find a refrag, making this 2 versus 3 look a little bit more doable. Ooh, Solo.
Ooh. 1-on-2 though. Doesn't know TTOs are on his right. Blur does not know that TTOs on the right, and TTO's gonna pick him up. Wow.
Yeah,
right now it's
definitely looking good for Zygnus. Right? No. No, I was definitely hoping a little bit more of a fight was going to come through, and granted they have had some picks and some close rounds coming down to that 1v1 in round 1 was really sick, but not quite enough on the board for them to get going. And now it's Blur left alone on poolside, and Ingenic is going to pick off Kimwax. And we might be getting a fast bomb plant coming out of Jingo right now. Ooh, Washi finds Envoy as well, my goodness.
Yeah, Solo's going to get shot, it's going to run away. Do have a 2? Ooh, just with the pick on Ingenic, so making it a 2v3 situation. It's gonna hold that nade, potentially pick up a kill here. Probably not.
Jingo picks up one onto Tatio. I think that might have saved Solo there. Blur does get taken down. It's now just left in a 1 versus 2 as he picks up the refrag.
Oh.
15 seconds on the clock though. I don't know how doable this is. It would be a ginormous clutch if it happened. And can't even find the kill onto Solo before Jingo is there to back him up. And Jingo, definitely one of the homies that I am never going to root against coming through. Looking good for Status Quo despite not having played, at least with the team on a competitive level for quite a while. 2 kills on the board this round. Definitely what saved them as well this round. I mean, he saved Solo from dying to Tio, and then saved Solo from maybe dying to Just there at the end as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard, especially since he only had an MX9, and especially towards that ring area, just way too many long angles for him to get that fight. And that being said, Zygnus is going to be down 2 players to Tio, Just, and Envoy remaining, but the Tio is remaining with the AMAX, so potentially can pick up some kills here as Solo's going to be right next to him. You heard the vault.
Yeah, definitely a couple solid kills coming through. It's now a 3 versus 2 in favor of Status Quo, but Washi gonna make it a 3 versus 1 as he picks up that extra one. It's now to Tio, left in a 1 versus 3, make it a 1 versus 2 as he picks up one onto Solo. AMAX in hand actually has a lot of potential to potentially take someone off a head glitch here. We'll have to see which angle he's going to play. Obviously, you can tell that Washi, he's looking at staircase. He's also watching that top laundry spot. Might be rotating over. Washi going to save Jingo there. And that's going to tie things up 2-2. Status Quo, we're looking a little bit dead in the water in the first couple rounds, but have turned things around in a big way.
Status Quo played that perfectly. Having Washi on top of that ring area, they're able to snipe people. It was just absolutely fantastic. So that's actually huge. We actually have to Tio now, who's going to be playing that A side with his M67 round. Looks like we do actually have a split push by both sides, playing for picks more than anything.
Yeah, definitely going to be the case. And Envoy going to push up, does pick up one, but Solo's there. Oh my goodness, Solo, how did I miss the 3-piece there? What on earth?
He ran out of bullets, then brought out the shorty and picked up that last kill. It's almost like an insta swap to the shorty. It's kind of crazy. It's so fast. 1v2 though. We'll see if Kimwax can maybe clutch this. With the Holger in hand, it's gonna be kind of tough.
I think he's gonna run into Solo here. Yeah.
4-piece for Solo.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet.
Yeah, definitely a really, really solid game so far between these two teams. I'm praying for the game 3 action. I'm not picking sides. I'm not voting one way or another, but I want that game 3. So right now it is let's go Status Quo. They have the lead going into the second half. Kimwax gonna rotate into certain death. My goodness, just gets the refrag, but turns around right into Blur.
Oh man.
4-2 advantage.
4 people middle. He walked into he concussed, walked into it, and he's like, all right, that's death. But Washi picks up a kill. Tatio is gonna be dead with Cheto remaining. 1v3 situation.
And unfortunately, Cheto does not have Bomb, and I think Washi might know that Bomb is down right there, so he knows an angle to play, and you can see the rest of the team is kind of hanging out around angles that can watch mid here. You've got Solo watching the stairs mid. You've got Washi looking on into the kitchen. You've got Blur checking out the money room window. I thought Washi was maybe going to pick up the snipe there, but does slide on in, and that's going to be Blur picking another kill up. 4-2 lead now in favor of Status Quo. Zygnus are down, but they're certainly not out.
4 in a row for Status Quo. That's actually huge, especially for their confidence. You can't allow them to hit 6 in a row, and as I say that, Cheto with a nice snipe on Solo, you can't allow them to get 6 in a row, get that momentum going into the domination game, which we would love to see, right? We haven't seen a single domination today, and I personally love watching domination. Gives good chance of comebacks.
Oh, Blur gonna find one on the Kimwax. He's looking for a second, but it doesn't matter. Envoy gonna pick your dome off that head glitch. It's gonna be a 4 versus 3. That opening pick for Cheto is absolutely key here, and as you can see, Ingenic push up. Oh my goodness! Picks Tatio off one of the nastiest head glitches in the game. Like I said, the AMAX has been strong for him there, but it's going to be a difficult one to break, especially with the angles that are being held by the side of Zygnus right now. Can see that Jingo's pushing up. Oh, runs from the concuss. Do they challenge Envoy here, though? They do, and they both get absolutely dumpstered as Zygnus cushion the blow and bring things back 3-4.
I mean, dang, that was a nice heady, but Tatio just got, literally, I think you can only see, like, his forehead. And he got foreheaded. So, that's tough.
Yeah, we'll have to see, Zygnus, look how aggressively they're playing this round, and not a single person from Status Quo went laundry. This is nuts.
Nope.
They might have just absolutely thrown this round.
Okay, they spotted him. Jingo spotted a couple of them, but Zygnus and Teal is going to be right there. There's 2 people there. Oh my goodness, it's not looking good this round. I mean, on offense, they're looking so good, and Genic is going to be right next to a player. And, yep, Washi last remaining.
How do you, just at any point, not send someone laundry? Oh my goodness, Washi! Oh, that one looked like it should have connected. He's going to find the follow-up either way. I don't know if I don't know if the ace is realistic here, but
he's gonna miss the person on the left. Yeah, that was close. Tying it up right now, 2 in a row. Oh, for Zygnus. I mean, yeah. How did you allow an entire team to push without having eyes? At least maybe on that laundry area.
With as strong as laundry is, I don't understand how you don't have at least one person checking the angles. And you can see this time it's going to be Washi pushing on up.
Yeah.
So they actually do have players checking. They have Ingenic here as well with the AMAX in hand. He's got sights on Cheto here, gets a couple hits, but now he's getting pushed. Ingenic on the run right now. How is he alive? Washi finds 2.
Yeah, the other teammate's gonna have to rotate around. Blur and Solo coming back on the side. Washi, both of them got taken down. Jingo's actually gonna push up, maybe potentially pick up a kill here. Picks up 1 huge kill, and that's huge.
Jingo gets 1, gets the assist on 2 more as Solo and Blur clean it up. 1 round away, possibly, from seeing a game 3, assuming Status Quo were able to clutch up this last round. But Zygnus They're 1 round away from pushing us into a game 11, which would switch sides once again. It would put them on the defensive side. Maybe they have a big opportunity there. Jingo pushing on up, and you can definitely see a much more passive round coming out of the side of Status Quo here. Solo, Holger in hand, pushes up, picks up 1 onto Tatio. Is that a 35 round Holger I just saw? No, it's not.
On Tatio? No, on
No,
Solo,
on
right?
Solo, yeah.
Oh, Kimwax got taken down there. No, there's no way. Yeah, the base mag is just typically what people want to use. I get it too, faster ADS speed, but don't really need that. Not with the Holger.
I just, as aggressive as I seen him push up, I thought he was going like SMG AR build, but that was not the case.
Mm-hmm.
We do have Solo and Washi left in a 2 versus 3. Just is getting the plant. Envoy watching over the shoulder, but Solo rotating through from behind, might be able to pick up the kill. Not quite with the Holger in hand. Maybe the AMAX picks that one up, but definitely a interesting trade-off. You have Washi pushing up, taking some shots from Envoy here. You know that call-out came out strong. Cheto gonna find the kill there. It's now Solo in a 1 versus 3. He picks up 1. He actually has the angle here if he can get behind this bomb to use the heady. But, woo!
Dang, that was close, but we actually had Status Quo playing a lot better on defense, especially with Washi being such a great sniper and Janik also popping off people out headies. Okay, round 11, winner of this. Hopefully we'll get a game 3, but it could be a huge comeback for Zygnus. Did I say defense? I meant offense.
Yeah, they are on the offense, but Blur finds first blood onto Tatio. That is absolutely huge. You can see Cheto playing the top of the stairs here. Does dodge out on the grenade. Looks for the kill on Washi. Does miss, though, and that's a difficult one. That pick could have neutralized things out a little bit. And Janik gonna find 1 onto Just. Oh,
Washi with another kill.
This is looking like a game 3, boys and girls. Cheto definitely saw a Blur up there, but what a quick scope! Oh my goodness!
Hey,
I don't know if they have the time.
It's
15 seconds. I don't know if they've got time to push on up here. Envoy not going to be there, and flick on over. Washi finds the next, and we've got a game 3 in hand.
Let's go! Domination on Hackney Yard. A side is usually typically the strong side. We do see some people push all the way around, but we'll see. That was a good game. That was a beautiful game, but we did actually have Zygnus up 2-0, right? So it wasn't crazy.
They were up 2-0, and then it came back 2-2, and then they were up 4-2, so
yeah,
bounced around a little bit, but somehow Status Quo able to pull together the round 11 victory, and that was one of the more convincing round 11s we've seen. So Washi and Solo, the absolute goats of the team here, at least for this search and destroy. 16 kills for Washi and 12 for Solo. 28 kills between these two players. I mean, that is absolutely nuts.
That was beautiful. That was such a great game to watch. I mean, we expected this to be the best game of the night, but going into game 3, we had SND go to game 11. That's kind of impressive. We're gonna see how it plays out on domination and see what guns will come out. I think the M67 round could work on the AMAX on that map. Quite a few long ranges. I expect more Holgers than MX9, but MX9 is just so good. How could you not use MX9, right? So.
Yeah, well, MX9 Shorty has been largely the meta for the, specifically, you look at Hardpoint is where we normally see this map. We don't see as many game 3s. Very good at contesting in that early stage, which is going to be right where B is located on this map. So I definitely expect to see some MX9s. I definitely still expect to see some AMAXs again, especially looking over from those kind of heaven windows over B. So we'll see where those go there. But, man, what a search and destroy. I mean, if Washi misses, like, one of those shots in any given round, it could be a different turnout. Because there were a lot of 1v1 and 1v2s there towards the middle of the game. And what a phenomenal series we've got going here. And this isn't even the last one of the night. We still have NYSLMayhem and Storm F4 up for Game 4. So Still a lot of action on the board for you guys. Hopefully this game 3 is as explosive as the game 2 was, and get you guys into that action as soon as we possibly can.
Chat, by the way, this is not Bobby Play. That's Day. This guy's like, go Bobby Plays, go the Hitman. I'm the Hitman, but that's Day.
I'm Bobby Plays. No, I'm just kidding.
He's Bobby Plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally, to be fair, normally Tuesday is Bobby's cast day.
Yeah.
He normally takes Thursday off so he can keep his content creation going, but was busy this week, so.
I think he's out of town or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, out living his best life. So we'll get you guys into the action as soon as we can. It actually does look like we're getting loaded on into the game. It's going to be domination, Hackney Yard, Status Quo versus Zygnus. Zygnus, we're pretty dominant in the hard point. So we'll be interested to see if they come through with the same performance here. But the other thing we do have to consider is we do have the seaside start for the boys over at Status Quo. So they'll have the advantage in the second half, and that can be strong.
It really depends on how much they can defend B. If they don't allow the early B cap, then that's huge for Status Quo. So that's really the main thing, right? But if Kimwax is a huge double kill, it's really much like trying to hold B as much as you can, and the second half is try to defend B as much as you can, right? So we actually might have a long rotation coming in from Team Status Quo, trying to get that A, as they did not get B that early game.
Contact with enemy.
And there's one of those angles that the AMAX would be really helpful for Cheto there, watching those backside rotations. But Washi gets a little tossed up, didn't know who to shoot at there. Tatio finds 2. Jingo doesn't see Kimwax! Oh no! If that was a one gunfight, that could have been a flip, but at this point, I don't know if you keep pushing for the flip. You maybe just try to win that fight on B and then get that hold if you can. Blur is going to pick up 1. You can see Washi looking for the kill on Kimwax, gets a couple bullets. Blur is going to push on up, finds the kill onto Kimwax. This might actually be a big flip opportunity. 3 come through. I think they might have it. If they're able to pick off a couple kills, you can definitely get some spawning out. And Blur learning very quickly that they have changed that fence. You can now shoot through that.
Yeah. You actually have to aim in between, which is kind of weird, but you know what? It is what it is. But yeah, as expected, we actually have Ingenic and Blur using the S57 round. On this map is actually still pretty solid. Like I said, the gun is still really good. The main nerf is the hand multiplier. This makes it less consistent, which I think is pretty good, as we actually see Blur with a huge double kill. Triple cap coming in for the team that had C.
Yeah, big triple cap going to put them back in the game, and Genic is able to stop the progress on B. This is absolutely huge.
Wow.
You can see he is pushing for that backside spawn. He does get spotted, but look at Zygnus absolutely swarming in here. Blur misses both shots. Oh no, disaster strikes.
I mean, even if they get A back, the double cap is coming in. They're going to end this half with almost a 20-point lead, maybe even more, going into strong side. That was beautiful flip by Team SQ Status Quo, but man, we'll see if actually another triple cap coming in. Dang, Zygnus looking not really great right now.
Yeah, Cheto is going to pick up 1 there, getting some progress on B. My goodness, picking off the heady with that range. Oh my goodness, Cheto absolutely cracked with the MX-9. Not a easy head glitch to challenge, especially with the MX-9 at that range with the mono on it. Blur gonna come through, does find 1 with the AMAX, picks up number 2 as well. The B cap does go back over, but at this point, you have such a strong lead on the side of Status Quo. When you had weak side start, I mean, these guys put themselves in a great position, especially since Blur, he's got himself a Dragonfire on board, he's got himself his Grav Vortex ready, and more importantly, he has a Goliath, which you can put in that little hut in the garage, and it's going to be safe from cluster strikes. It's going to be a really hard angle to challenge with your FHJs and your Annihilators, or anything of the sense. I don't remember. I think it was, Annihilator and Sparrow Band?
Yeah, yes, I believe Annihilator Sparrow Band.
Oh,
Indeed.
I didn't see. Just has a Goliath as well.
Yeah, and he has a Goliath and a Sentry Gun. So really, it is going to be absolutely, I want to say, near impossible for this team to come back, but it looks like a flip is trying to come in. But Blur said, nope, I will get a kill with my drone. Oh my goodness. They don't even need to get the double cap right off the bat. They just gotta be able to defend it for a little bit.
What?
Coming in though.
I think Solo just wallbanged someone off of B there. You do hear that grab vortex coming through, not picking up any kills, but again being used a little bit more as a cut off the rotation. Did take away their opportunity to use that top window. Jingo gonna pick up one onto Tio. That's kill number 6 on the board for him. Pred Mitchell comes in, but not gonna find anybody. The B cap goes over to Zygnus, but Jingo can't find the kills he needs with the shorty there. Now it's going to be the Goliath pushing up. I would have liked to see him wait for a little bit of cover here. Gets on the point. They do have the sentry gun available, but look at Cheto just using the box there to get damage out on this Goliath. It's already taken down to about half. The B cap finally does come through, but Solo's there to get the refrags, and it's a rough position to be in for the side of Zygnus. Getting closer and closer to triple cap territory. Not quite there yet, but oh no, Kimwax is concussed. Still wins the gunfight. Jingo didn't know quite where he was.
I mean, again, B is going to be impossible to get taken right now with Goliath on the point there.
It's very low though. It's very low. So one shorty shot or a Tempest from Tio. That's one of his operators that he's been using the most. Comes through, and now the Goliath coming through for the side of Zygnus, just working his way up. I think he's waiting for some utility support here, but it doesn't matter. And Janik has a Goliath of his own marching up. I think Status Quo have done it. We are past the triple cap point by a couple seconds, and Just has zero support right now. Solo is just pinning them down. Look where Solo's up right now, and Just cannot move forward. He has no cover. He's walking into another Goliath on a head glitch. Oh, yikes.
Yeah, it's most likely GG. I mean, we already knew they had double Goliath, and we had the sentry gun. We had double of the drones. Envoy's gonna be able to shoot down the Goliath and the player. So I mean, if they want to win, they gotta cap B now and A. But I mean, look at Team Status Quo looking absolutely fantastic. Kill-wise, Solo with 20 kills, Ingenic with 18 kills, Blur with 16 kills. Pretty good overall. And like I said, the M67 round is perfect on this map, and they're doing very, very well with that gun, getting all those score streaks, and that's gonna be basically GG.
Yeah,
that's GG.
Great series between these two teams. Obviously, Zygnus came through with the game 1, and we got that round 11 search and destroy in the middle that went to Status Quo. You come into the third game here, and Status Quo played this domination so incredibly well. They come through with the 47-point victory. They're going to pick themselves up 15 points. Zygnus, do not leave empty-handed. I don't know when the last time you did multiplayer was, but it used to be the winner came away with either 10 or 20, depending on how if they won both. It is now just a flat 20 points divided, so 15 to the winners, 5 to the losers. So definitely an exciting change. Keeps some teams in some interesting positions, because we've seen 5 points make the difference before. So
yeah, it used to be negative points if you lost and positive points if you won, and then like it was like 20 points if you win, and then 2-1 it was like 10 points. So yeah, I mean, Status Quo played that domination so well, going from that B push in the beginning to hold it off, seeing it didn't work out, rotating all the way around to the A push, winning the gunfights, right? It's not just about rotating, it's about winning the gunfight with the M67 round on the A max and being able to cap that A, and then get that triple cap and holding the triple cap. When you're on the weak side and you get a triple cap, everything is gravy, because you know you have strong side second half. And that was just fantastic for them,
Not only the triple cap, but the length that they were able to hold that triple cap was absolutely nuts. I could not believe they held it for as long as they did, but they were able to. They come through with the win. Like I said, they picked themselves up 15 points. And before we go to our short break, I think this is a great time to go ahead and put up the standings, because Zygnus were already in a pretty interesting spot, as well as Status Quo. Now only 5 points behind Tribe. We'll look at that real quick before we go to the break, because right now, Mayhem, our next matchup, this is a big one for them. I mean, This is one of your Worlds teams, and they're sitting down in
Mhm.
6th place at 20 points right now. I do think they had one bye already. I have to double check and look at the schedule, but they have certainly been struggling quite a bit. And if you look at Storm, they're down in 9th with 5 points. So this is a must-win for a Worlds-bound team. And right now they're in a position where, top 6, they're going to go to your finals week one way or another. So they need to maintain those points because they're tied in 6th with Seminole. And like I said, ARP, they were only down in the dirt because unfortunately some stuff happened to some degree that I don't know, but they were unable to field a roster for 2 of the days. One of the days they played a 4 versus 5, but they're a team that I expect to be picking up points in the coming weeks. So Mayhem are in the lowest place they can be for that final spot. This is a must win for them if they want any sort of cushion over ARP and Seminole.
Yeah, what is how many weeks is it? 5 weeks or is it 4 week? And playoffs.
Playoffs I think is week 7. Let me double check.
Okay, so 6 week and then playoffs.
Yeah,
that is.
I can pull it up real quick here. We've got
Blur went 21-4.
Yeah, he did.
What? Man did not die at
Yeah, he was almost putting up nuke numbers there. But 6 weeks of the open competition, and we're in week 3. So that's why I'm saying these points really start to matter. And we had, I don't know if you were able to see day 1, but if you missed day 1, you should go back and rewatch that broadcast because that was a straight 4 bangers the whole, or technically 3 because again ARP was unable to field a roster, but those were some great games. We had right out of the gate for the season, we had Tribe versus Zygnus, NYSL versus 11T.
I watched that. Yeah, I did watch that.
Okay, you did. Okay, cool. So you know.
Yeah. It was a beautiful. Yeah, it was the first one. I mean, because it was the first week that we brought in a LATAM team, right? Bring back a LATAM team, multiple LATAM team, and we obviously know Tribe versus Zygnus' rivalry. So I had to watch that. I mean, I didn't watch the entire thing because I think I had something else to do. But that first game was a fantastic game. Titio was pretty good.
Yeah. We're going to take a short 2-minute break, guys. We do have most of the players in the lobby. We do have an ad to play for you, as well as I'm going to refill my drink again. I am going through water like crazy over here, but stick around, and we'll be back here momentarily.
Cold at the touch, dead in the eyes, no signs of life no more. I put your love under the knife. Leave me to die here all alone. No signs of life no more, no. A crying dove may never fly. It's black and white. Yeah. Black and white. Oh, 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 oh. It's black and white.
Alright guys, we are back. Thank you guys for waiting patiently here, and probably going to get into this one pretty quick too. We do have our players on both sides in the lobby and readied up. You guys were actually waiting on us at that point, more specifically me. But this should be a pretty exciting matchup. Again, NYSL, they've been struggling a little bit. I don't necessarily expect them to struggle against this Storm F4 lineup, but I guess that is yet to be seen. Obviously, we've got some actually really good talent on this team. I know some names that you weren't familiar with, Hitman, but we've definitely got to be on the lookout for Kizzy and Yawn and Snicks. As well as it does look like we have a name change of Delily to Demagical. So we will have to see. They have been a pretty solid sniping talent in the past. Definitely a player that I'm looking forward to seeing more of. But we have our best of 3 available if you want to run through those.
Yes, sir. First game. Let's go and take a look at the ban maps before going into this. Our ban maps are Hackney Yard and Raid, and our ban Operative Sparrow and Kinetic. Game 1 is going to be Hardpoint on Takeoff, with Storm getting the blue side, SND firing range, Mayhem getting the blue side, and then Domination on Summit to finish it off if we get to Game 3. Good to see. We're going to actually probably see a lot of Annihilators being used here. Hardpoint Takeoff, one of those fun maps to watch, especially P2, where people can just chaotically push towards that area. But yeah, we'll see how it plays out.
There we are, getting on the game, guys, all loaded up and ready to go. And one of the things that I have mentioned to teams before is if you're up against Mayhem, you have got to consider that Annihilator ban, because Tech and Little B are just so lethal with it. Space coming through. I believe that's the SKS Meteoric in his hand. And he's been solid with that, and the AMAX as well. And obviously the SKS receiving some buffs recently. It's in a really, really solid spot. Bright able to pick up a big 2-piece, keeping this high ground advantage for his team, but pops on out in Space, says no more as he comes through with the kill there. And this is a great position to be in with the SKS as well. And as well, it's just such a strong weapon for a player like Space to be using. I mean, we know him from his roots of being a sniper, and what better position to be in for respawn? You're up in that Vantage Overwatch point. You've got yourself a semi-automatic in hand. Obviously, it got a buff to its fire rate and damage recently, so it's a solid, solid weapon in the meta right now if you're able to use those semi-automatic guns. So.
Yeah, I love the SKS. I personally like it more than the M67 round, especially with the nerf knock. This will consistently 2-tap, and the rate of fire is so fast. The only problem is that the attachment on the SKS is just not the best, since it is a marksman attachment. So you're going to have to deal with that. But as we say, that Space does pick up 2 kills, maybe potentially hit a 3rd one. Nope, Little B says, no, thank you. I'll get those kills instead.
Yeah, we do have Snicks trying to push up. Finds one on Narrow. Almost able to pick up one onto Awaken, but Kizzy a little bit too quick. Rotates on up. Tech and Little B filling up the feed a little bit there. And now you can see Mayhem rotating in through backs. They're going to have a lot of control here on this point. This is a much, much more coordinated Mayhem than we have seen in the past. So they're doing pretty well for their hard point here. Space and Tectonic continuing to put numbers up on the board. And KN44 for Tech, not a gun we've seen a ton out of, but
yes, it got buffed. It literally got buffed today, and they changed the horizontal recoil, so it feels really nice. And the attachments also got buffed, so ultimately it does beam. We do actually see Tech. We actually had Space with a lot of what's it called? Score streaks on him. Full score streaks. I don't know if he's died yet. What is he on?
He's on an 8 combo. He's on a 9 combo. Oh my goodness! Oh, oh no! I can't believe I just watched that. That was devastating. But Space gonna go down on the 10 streak, as you mentioned. Full streaks for him. I do gotta ask because, oh, my game is bugging out there. I do gotta ask because I haven't really seen it be in the meta since I started casting. Does the KN44 behave the way it did in Black Ops 2? Where the first 2 rounds are faster?
No,
it's not? Okay.
However, what it does feel like is that the first 10 shots don't have recoil, so that's the thing, right?
Right,
so,
hey, there we go.
So it's very similar, where it doesn't shoot faster, but it does feel pretty nice. But, I mean, it's a close game. Despite us talking so much about this NYSL team, it is a insanely close game. And, I mean, I do like the KN a lot. It's tough to compare it to like the Hoger. You know what I mean? The Hoger is just so good, right? And the MX9 would beat it close range.
Yeah, definitely the case. But again, sometimes you have players that just have those kind of off-meta things that they like. And, you know, if you look back even to last year, Champs, I mean, I think it was Tech and, I mean, nobody else was using the GKS, but dude was absolutely lighting them up with it. So it's absolutely like Tech to be playing something that's a little bit off metal. Magical gonna see Nero rotating over, but gets slid down by Awaken, and as you mentioned, it's been a really close game so far.
Nero's gonna yoink this Goliath. They actually had a Goliath. We actually have Snicks with 18 kills, carrying his team right now. A little tough for the Storm team, but as you mentioned, Tech is the person that you'll see use these off-meta guns, and I mean, Tech is such a fantastic player. We know he can do well with all these guns. And, you know, sometimes you use what you like. Sometimes you want to use the meta guns. And Tech, he's the one that likes using what he likes. And, wow, he is absolutely beaming right now.
Yeah, Nero, as you mentioned, stealing that Goliath, just getting kills with it at this point, just denying the use of that away from the enemy. And, does look like he's going to pick up another onto Magical as well. He has his equalizers as well when this runs out, so picks up one more kill before he drops.
2 Goliaths. They had 2 Goliaths for a bit. I think Space might still have some score streaks. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, he still has a drone. Awaken has a drone. Space used all his score streak, but he's looking to potentially pick up some more kills here with the SKS. Nice double kill there.
Yeah, like I said, it was at first the AMAX, and then the SKS received some buffs a couple patches, and he has been rocking it and absolutely slaying. You can see him once again playing that Overwatch position for the team, making use out of that marksman rifle. And now his team is just about 12 points away from picking up a victory here. There's not enough time left on this zone, but as we start moving into next, it is looking dangerously untouchable for the side of Storm. And now Space pushing up. He's going to go ahead and get that point locked in. Switches over. Shorty. OP, but not quite at that range.
That is exactly what I was going to say. I think he was expecting one player to be super low and maybe potentially get that kill, but I mean, the push in the end with a second random player came out. They're going to have to control the point for now.
Tech is just so deadly with this Annihilator here. 3 on the board for him. Retakes the point by himself. Picks up the W for the team. The 150-87 win coming through for Mayhem. And that's why I was saying right at the beginning, you have such a tough choice against Mayhem early on. And Storm opted to ban the kinetic armor instead of the Annihilator. So, I don't know, man. They might be feeling a little bit of that remorse right now.
Yeah, kinetic is good though, because anyone can use it, but this Annihilator is such a high skill gap, so they're playing for the entire team rather than just 2 players, but that may have cost them, as we saw Lil B and Tech each picking up a whole bunch of kills with the Annihilator, and to win that game, Lil B 26 kills, Tectonic with 14, and Snicks 21 kills, not bad for himself.
Yeah, Snicks was definitely putting on a performance there. Didn't end up going positive in the long run of things, but did break even. The rest of the team did struggle quite a bit. I guess except John. 15 kills, 14 deaths, so he did go positive. He was another one of those players we had mentioned at the beginning. Looking at the rest of the team, Kizzy and Magical, definitely players I'm looking for more out of in the Search and Destroy. But Mayhem, for a while there, I was referring to as the #1 team in North America for Search and Destroy. We'll have to see, because they have been struggling quite a bit these past couple weeks. I have nothing but high hopes for these guys. Again, when it comes to Worlds, I'm going to be cheering them on all along, but they have a lot of proving to be done between now and then, and what better place than here in Mobile Mayhem. Little B, 26 and 17 in that respawn. Tectonic 24 and 14. Space again was playing some of those long angles with the SKS. Everybody on the team putting up 15 kills or more. So great performance out of Mayhem there. But again, this is also one of the teams at the bottom of the lineup here. So we expect and hope that Mayhem win these games. So they'll be looking for the 2-0 victory here shortly in Search and Destroy if they can. And it's up to Storm to maybe push us into another Game 3 here tonight.
Yeah, SND on firing range. I think it's the first time we see this today. Should be a fun one. That's probably one of my favorite maps to watch SND on. And I expect Space to bring out the SKS again. That's probably one of the better maps to use. You can wallbang, you can hit a lot of damage, and Tectonic coming out with the sniper. We'll see. You mentioned that they struggled. I think even from Masters, they struggled. I mean, not Masters, from the regional qualifiers, they struggled in SND as well. So I'm hoping that they can, pick that back up. And speaking of Worlds, I am interested in seeing how teams different meta, right? Because we know Garena loves shotgunning. So people are going to be shotgunning a lot more, and I don't know if that's going to do a lot better with the MX-9, So it's just something to keep in mind going into Worlds.
Yeah, well, we are getting spawned into the possibly final game of the night again. It is up to Storm to find what I would almost call a miracle win over Mayhem in a Search and Destroy. And again, especially on firing range, because this is one of Mayhem's strongest search maps. Not one of their strongest respawn maps by any means, at least not historically speaking, but we're getting into the action, and we'll have to see if they can bring it together.
Yeah, it looks like we do have Little B sniping, Space sniping, and Tectonic is going to be the one using the KN. So I'd love to see that. I mean, this is the second time we've seen someone use off-meta gun the whole game. First one being Parrish using that UL, so it looks like it's going to be a pretty heavy B push, as 2 players have died from Storm, as Nero also got traded. Nobi with a nice snipe.
Space looking for one as well. They can't quite find the bullets to connect. Doesn't matter, as the rest of the team's there to clean it up. Snicks left in a 1 versus 3, picks up one onto Awaken. He does have the bomb, but he does not have a lot of angles where he can make the escape here. Of the COD timing, Little B was watching that backside that whole time, looks away as he rotates, and is now made aware of his presence as the bullets came through, and Snicks is now pinned down in such a absolutely tragic spot, with Little B just hard watching the corner here. Tectonic looking for the wall bang. Snicks gonna push up. This is a bold gunfight to challenge here. Unfortunately not gonna pick it up. Little B is gonna close it out, and
Little B went aggressive there. Little B was like, yeah, I'm a ego challenge this one, and it worked out for a minute yet.
Defend the objectives. They have the bomb.
All right, Lil B using the Locust, right? Is that what all snipers are using nowadays? Locust and some
Locust and DLQ. Yeah, we do see both. Like I said, Magical has been a sniper talent for teams in the past, and
my god,
looking like they might be able to bring it together here, but one pick might not be enough.
He's trying to wallbang, but Awaken is literally right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Awaken with the 3!
Oh no.
He sat there so patiently, and he let Nero die, and he went.
How does nobody check that angle? Like
they tried wallbanging it.
But
they tried wallbanging it and missed every bullet.
Yeah, exactly. Little B gonna get the refrag this round. Magical not gonna win out on that one. I can't believe. And I switched over, like, just thinking Awaken was gonna die. I switched over to Nero, who is making that long backside rotation. Didn't matter. Awaken lines up 4 of them and just takes them down.
There That was actually beautiful. Little B with the beautiful nade, potentially does not hit anybody. But it's they only lost one player as Magical got, Little B got his revenge, so that's huge. But it looks like we're gonna have a long rotation towards B. But the Nero's gonna be right there. Oh, Nero was like not paying attention there. Yeah, 3v5 situation. Nero is gonna be playing the boxes there. I mean, it is tough. They're gonna rotate and then rotate all the way around, but they're gonna be caught off guard again. I mean, how many rotations can you really make? You gotta try to get some picks, and I don't think they have any snipers right now, so you're not really gonna get any picks.
You're gonna get picked is apparently what's gonna happen. Space
Yeah.
finds Kizzy. Bright able to get a refrag onto Little B, but the rest of the team pushing up now. Tectonic gonna get challenged. Bright wins that gunfight. It's gonna bring things back down to a 2 versus 2. My goodness, the ego of Bright there, sitting on like literally 10 HP, just pushing, and does look like he's cleared away for Yawn. They make another B-side rotation now. My goodness, what a wonky round going on right now, man.
Hey, no one expects the reach out after you've taken 20 bullets, right? So, oh man, it works. Yawn almost died from that. Oh, Nero came in, was able to pick up that caught timing, which is beautiful.
Yeah, Bright now left in a 1 versus 3. He does have the bomb planted. Oh, he definitely saw Nero there, right? The thunk comes through with the shorty. That's going to be enough for 1 kill. Misses the shot onto Awaken there. Awaken now playing the bomb head glitch here. Fakes the defuse. Going to make Bright challenge. Picks it up.
Nice.
3 in a row looking good for Mayhem. And I got to say, no shock at all there. Oh, man.
Space shooting bodies. He didn't even kill the person.
Right. That was a move I would absolutely expect out of Nero, but...
Zim, you taught them well. Zim, you've taught them well. Oh, look at all those nades coming in. Lil B is gonna go down from that. But
Yeah,
he does pick up a kill, though.
Yeah, it does get the 1, so the 1-for-1 trade comes through. This should be a bomb planted under the smoke right now for the side of Storm. I don't know why your bomb carrier is the one that pushed up in and was looking for the kill in trailer. I mean, again, if you lose that gunfight in trailer and then the enemy knows bomb is down, I mean, it's essentially game over for you. But fortunately for them, things go at least marginally smooth. It is a 2 versus 3, but they get the bomb plant. Snick's going to pick up the headshot onto Nero. Brings things back to a 2 versus 2 space. Now rotating on up towards Tit. I don't know if Snick's actually had any sounds there or if he's just playing the angles, but looks like he's going to pick up space in the background. Kizzy picks up the other, and finally a round on the board for the side of Storm F4.
Yeah, that was a good play. I think the only problem with that play, they kind of overextended just a little bit, but they had the time to kind of push out away. Awaken had an opportunity to get that snipe out. Storm did get sniped. Magical. It's gonna get sniped 3 times in a row now by Little B. Little B said, "You got me once. Shame on me." You know. And
yeah, it definitely looked like a couple of those shots should have landed from Little B through the smoke, but unfortunately nothing gonna connect. Does look like Bright gonna get a refrag onto Nero, but they're still down 1 at this point. And this is what I was talking about. Look at the angles that Awaken and Tectonic are playing right now. If your bomb carrier would have pushed up into something like this and died, that's probably lights out for the round. You're not making it in to challenge these angles being watched right now. Snicks, you can see down here crawling up towards... I don't know if Little B actually sees him. Might be a good angle to go and hop. Oh, Little B knows. Oh, he absolutely knows. Oh my goodness, Snicks, you are just... Yeah. The 1-for-1 trade. Though. Yeah, the 1-for-1 trade is better for Mayhem there. Now Little B needs to pick up this kill, but unfortunately, not playing the shorty. Goes for the no-scope. Can't find the bullets to connect and gives a round up to Storm, who now cushion the blow. They go into the defensive side with the only 1 round disadvantage at this point. So not looking too shabby for them right now.
Snicks for sure knew that a sniper was there because the game kept yelling, "Sniper!"
Oh. Little B!
Oh, Little B's got his number. Magical. You can't keep challenging that. Little B has gotten your number today. Oh my God, Little B. Good shots by Little B. Good to see him hitting those shots. Oh my God, Little B.
Oh my God,
Little B.
Where's the ace?
Where's the ace? Oh my God, Little B.
For the next round.
Oh my God. Lil B is feeling himself now. Oh Lord, 10 kills.
Destroy the objective.
What a round for Little B. My goodness. What what a play. What a bounce back. Grenades going off in front of his sniper sight here. He's looking for any kills he can. We did have a return shot come through, but nothing gonna connect. And now you can see, if I can hop over to the right people, Mayhem are pushing on up. Kizzy finds one, but Space is there for the refrag. Magical.
Love the SKS.
Playing a good spot here.
Yeah, Space decided to bring out the SKS. He's gonna actually catch a couple of them coming on right now. See if you can pop off one of them right now. Oh, unlucky. 2v4 situation. Lil B and Tectonic alive. I mean, Lil B's got an ace last round, so it's gonna be potentially. Oh, but Snick says no, thank you.
Lost that round, but it's
I will take that.
Ready up.
Definitely a big needed round for Storm there after getting just absolutely dunked on it by Little B in that 1v5 ace. And it is going to be a very aggressive push-up from Snicks here. Right finds one, Space finds the refrag. You can't allow Snicks to win that one. Awaken is able to pick him off. It's a 3 versus 2. Magical, as you can see, is looking for that long side angle. Awaken does have the bomb, but it was dangerous to push up here. This is a long sight line to cross against a strong sniper who, Magical, I mean, again, I was telling you to look out for the sniping talent, and we saw him or her pick off Little B in the early rounds, and Little B has just had their number for the rest of the game, so not a lot of action coming out of Magical right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're not in a great position, though. Awaken spots him, right? Must have spotted him. We'll see.
Sniper. Get down.
Fake plant.
Sniper.
Wow, Little B, you gotta win that. You gotta push him to that short to get a kill. One-on-one situation.
Yeah, but Awaken gonna get picked off by Magical there. Like I said, that's a long sight line to cross when there's actually a good sniper on the other team, and Magical gonna capitalize on that position, picks it up. Awaken as well with 10 kills on the board, so 10 and 10 for Little B and Awaken. The rest of the team struggling down. Narrow 2 and 6, Tectonic 3 and 6, Space even got 6 on the board right now. But the same exact thing is going on for the side of Storm. It is all Bright and all Snicks, 10 and 10 apiece for those guys. Little B gonna open up with first blood here in this round.
A little struggle coming in on offense for NYSL as they have lost they've lost 2 of the last 3, but Lil B, you gotta try to hit some more shots, try to get that team going. I mean, the rest of the team's gonna, oh my goodness, Awaken just walked into like 4 people.
Target down.
Awaken, oh my God.
Oh, Awaken gonna find 2 more there. I was kind of expecting to lose that gunfight in Space to pick him up from wood, but can't count Awaken out with 12 kills on the board. And this should be a bomb plant. You guys are in a 5 versus 2. Where's the bomb plant here?
Yeah,
Nero gonna push up, gets the plant here. Little B finds the Magical. Little B finds Yawn. My goodness.
We just have a kill race going on right now between Little B and Awaken. Whoever gets the most kills right now.
Little B, Awaken, Storm, and or Bright and Snicks. I mean, they're up at double digits as well. So.
Yeah. Right now, 13 kills for Little B. He's trying to make it a 50 bomb. 15 bomb.
God, can you imagine a 50 bomb in search? Not possible.
Imagine.
Oh, he gets a hit marker.
That little wooden wall, you can see through it, which is huge. Oh, yeah. Storm's gonna get that. Yawn's gonna get that kill that time. No revenge for Magical.
Tectonic, you can see it on the spectator, just looking for anyone to peek their head in this trailer. Not going to find anyone to connect on, and Mayhem, they're one round away from closing this out in a 2-0 victory. Nero pushes up a little bit, finds Kizzy. That's going to bring things back to a 4 versus 4, and you can see the bomb starting out to make that rotate. Oh, this is such a smart play from Mayhem here. Look at the spread. You have players falling back. Bright, he's here with the Holger, but I don't know if one person is going to be able to win the challenge, especially if Space is able to pick off a snipe here.
Enemy contact.
Oh, it doesn't have to be Space. Tech cracked a... Oh, I'm not going to... We're not going to go there.
Yeah. But Magical is holding that point right now. Just hoping that maybe somebody looks up to pretend to get a snipe, but Tectonic says, no, I'm the sniper now. Oh, he spotted him.
Oh, yeah, he definitely got that call out on Snicks, who's now rotating behind. Doesn't matter. Space is there to pick up 2 more, and Mayhem able to narrowly close out the 2-0 victory over Storm. I'm going to be honest. I feel like as close as that game was, it felt like Mayhem were just blatantly honest playing with their food for a bit there.
Like, the game seemed closer because of the score in the end. I just feel like the teams are just getting cocky, but Lil B hitting those snipes and Awaken. No disrespect to Storm. Storm's actually played that well as well. You know, Snicks, Bright, you know, they both picking up some kills, but Magical just kept feeding Little B's ego, and we all know Little B's ego. We all know Little B's ego. And when you get Little B going, there's no stopping him. And he got 13 kills that game. That's crazy.
Yeah, great performance from both of these teams. Storm actually came through a lot better than I thought they were going to be, specifically Snicks and Bright. I mean, we definitely had a couple big picks come through from Yawn and Magical, but Magical just could not find any room to advance in that game. I mean, I found the pick on the Little B early on, and I was like, yeah, this is it. Let's go. Let's see the sniper battle. And Little B was like, nah, you ain't going to disrespect me like that on Mobile Mayhem, and just put Magical into the dirt so many times. It felt pretty bad.
But that must hurt, like, your confidence, you know, when you're like, okay, the first time you hit him, you're like, it's fine. The second time, you're like, oh, you know what, it's fine, we're even. Third time, you're like, it's fine. And the fourth time, and the fifth time, and the sixth time, you're like, okay. And then he gets an ace on you, and you're like, okay, that is, oof. That is tough. But that was a beautiful play. I mean, it's good. I mean, up-and-coming teams, you got to get some practice in. And there's no better practice to play one of the top teams in NA. And some of the top competition in just NA in general in Mobile Mayhem, so.
Yeah, and
go ahead.
what I hope we get to see NYSL come through and perform, because again, the first couple of weeks it did seem like they were struggling quite a bit. I don't know the ins and outs of the team. I don't know if maybe they had a couple weeks off or whatever it may be, but they're a team that has a world spot, and we expect big things out of them. So there's going to be some tough challenges ahead of them in some of these matchups. I mean, just looking at the upcoming schedule, on Thursday we're going to have NYSL versus ARP. I mean, that's going to be a repeat of the finals from Stage 4. We got to see big things out of there. We're going to have Status Quo versus Seminole on Thursday as well. Make sure you guys don't miss that, because that's going to be a big one. And then we do have Devious going up against Zygnus as well. So Devious did struggle against ARP obviously here today, but that's not to say we're going to have the same performance down the road. We will also have Storm F4 versus 11T on Thursday, so make sure you guys show up. I know there's a lot of Latin American fans in chat that are going to want to come and support 11T and NA. You've got to back your boys over at Storm as well. So that's going to be it for us tonight as far as game goes. Going to go ahead and pop up the results for today for you guys. Be able to see. We did have quite a few 2-0s, but the match to watch is looking back at that Zygnus versus Status Quo. If you guys missed it, you need to watch that one, because what an exciting game that was. The search and destroy all the way into around 11. So definitely had a lot of fun today. Hitman, it was a pleasure to cast with you as well. Hopefully we'll get more BR stuff in the future as well. I know that should be coming up pretty soon, so it won't be the last time we get to work together.
Yeah, anytime you need someone to as an emergency cast, I always enjoy casting.
Yeah,
right?
hey, dude, I appreciate it. I know it was kind of short notice. Verdict messaged me this morning and said he wasn't going to be able to make it, and it just totally slipped my mind. I was like, oh, it's Tuesday. Bobby's going to be here. Wrong. I was very wrong. So it is definitely nice to have you here. I appreciate you again. I know it was short notice. I know you had some
No
video
worries.
editing you were looking to do, so I hope you're able to catch up on that. But that's going to be it for us tonight, guys. Stick around. We're going to get you guys an awesome raid going. We'll also pop up the standings for you guys real quick. And, yeah, I mean, it was a great night, and I'm definitely looking forward to Thursday. I think that'll be back on my channel with me and Verdict, but I don't know if Bobby is going to be here for that since he missed today. So make sure you guys are following Mobile Mayhem on Twitter for that announcement. Make sure you guys give Hitman a follow on Twitter and Trovo as well. And thank you guys so much for coming by.
Just black and white, just let me go. It's only right. For all I know, it's only matter. It's calico, it's black and white. Just let me go. It's only right. For all I know, it's only matter. It's calico, it's black and white. White, white, white. Just black and white. Yeah. Black and white. Oh. 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 Just black and white. Just black and white.